When last we left our heroes, they reunited in the Wellsgrove Pantheon shortly after receiving word of the fall of Parasus. Felix was immediately inundated with a flurry of sending spells from distant friends and allies, asking if he was safe and offering aid. Titus also received a message from Numenot Hyacinth, though its tone was considerably less cordial, asking simply, "What have you done?" To which Titus replied, "What no one else would." Felix's plan to explore and examine the Guards Corps keep was put on hold for a moment as our heroes came together to say goodbye to their particulated teammate, Notari, with Felix providing the eulogy and Emma paying tribute with a shimmering column of moonbeam in the temple's reflecting pool, the closest thing she had to sacred flame. Emma's attention was mostly preoccupied with her most recently adopted feral creature, a cat the party had discovered in the catacombs under the Pantheon that Petra had inadvertently tried to set on fire, and which Emma and her patron had taken quite a shining to. Our heroes decided the time was drawing near to make their leave of Wellsgrove, with only a few items left to check off the to-do list. Emma and Morlo set off to scavenge the Crow's Nest apothecary for any potion-making supplies that might be left. Titus returned to the Pantheon to do some soul searching. Petra set out to do Petra things. Felix, Exagora, and Xanthion investigated the barricaded Guards Corps keep, where they discovered that the Guards Corps had abandoned the town to the chaos that consumed it in the aftermath of the Nephloig's discovery. A potentially tense encounter was diffused by some diplomacy on the part of Exagora, and Xanthion growing to the size of a house. Captain Scholf relayed stories of the chaotic final moments of Wellsgrove, including stories of a dark, hooded figure, a decrepit old man in tattered robes, and a person wearing nothing but a cloak and an animal skull mask. Piecing together that the latter was most likely the resurrected vessel of slaughter, Felix scrambled to reunite the party through sending spells to Emma and Titus. Petra, meanwhile, also received a message, but not from Felix. Instead, she heard the familiar voice of her old shipmate, Trill Taros, who told her that he and Dravis Blackthorn were coming for her. We'll return to Petra in a moment to see what sort of hijinks she gets up to, but first, we revisit Emma and Morlo as they re-enter the Crow's Nest apothecary. The small shop is mostly as you remember it, Emma, dark and cramped and brimming with dank, earthy aromas. But with the recent addition of a scattering of black feathers and a blood splatter across the floor. What precisely are you looking for?
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I am. Are the potions and everything still up on the shelves?
It looks as though any of the stock that has been completed and was ready for sale has been looted from the establishment during the collapse of Wellsgrove. There is quite a bit of potion making ingredients to be found, but not any finished product has been taken.
Damn. Okay. Emma's going to kind of look down at the corpse and frown and sit the cat on the counter as she hops over it.
There is no corpse. There is a scattering of feathers and there is a blood splatter. No body.
Hello?
No response.
Okay.
Scary movie 101.
Emma's gonna hop over the counter and sit the cat down up there. And I'm going to. Does the alchemy set like not this doesn't even have to have any mechanics. Does the alchemy set look nicer than the one she has?
Mechanically, no. It looks about the same. It would not give you any sort of a bonus or anything like that.
No, but I mean, does it look nicer?
Oh, just purely cosmetically?
Yeah.
Bougie.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some like the one you have is kind of like the first like science kit you get as a kid on Christmas
Mhm.
morning. This one actually has like a little bit of like ornate embossing and some like not inscribing, but some like carvings in it to just kind of make it look a little bit neater.
Yeah, Emma just scoops it into her bag.
Sure.
Um,
Sure did.
And I'm going to. She's just going to start scooping up any ingredients, especially anything, like rare ingredients, anything she can get her hands on that can help the party.
Okay. So there is plenty of materials to do potion making here. Specifically, like, are there any specific potions you are looking to be able to make out of what you get here?
Let me and you hop to somebody else and let me browse the list for a bit.
Absolutely. I'll come back to you. Petra.
All right.
Yes.
So Petra is standing in the midst of a cleared out ghost town of Wellsgrove, having just received the sending spell from your old shipmate Trilteros, and having responded to that. What is it that Petra is wanting to get up to?
I already responded to that, right? Is that what you said? Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. So Petra's gonna head for match the drapes. She's gonna continue to head there. Is that what it was called?
What's up, buddy? Oh, sorry, guy.
No worries. Full disclosure, when I heard out of game the store name Match the Drapes, I thought it was gonna be like a brothel. And so Petra's heading over there to check and see if there's anybody there. And she's making a wild assumption, and she should have stretched before she made that leap, but we'll see what happens.
That's a fair assessment, though. I love it. I mean, that sounds right up what Petra would do. Help the ones that nobody ever really thinks of. I love it.
Netflix wasn't working. That's crisis level in this household. But it's working now, so we're good.
What are they watching?
I think she's, I don't know what she's watching. Probably smutty reality television, since I'm not watching it with her.
That's probably what Sam's watching right now too.
We're like, she's got me getting caught up on Ozark so that we can watch the new seasons together. But usually with her, it's something like Love Island or Love on something. I don't know.
I loved Ozark. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'll shut up.
I'm digging it so far. Okay, so sorry. Back to the game. Petra, where is Petra heading?
Petra's heading, you said, I think it was called Match the Drapes. Is that the name of the place?
Yep, actually, it is located in an alleyway that's directly behind the captain's quarters inn,
Yep.
which is now almost entirely engulfed in flames. So,
No.
oh, the captain's quarters inn is, yeah, it's been burning since you met back up with Felix at the Pantheon. But as of yet, does not seem to be spreading to any of the surrounding buildings. So finding your way down the alleyway behind the inn, you come across an establishment with a sign hanging outside that says Match the Drapes.
Unrelated question. Is there like a well or something nearby where she can just like start dousing the nearby buildings with water, so maybe hopefully they don't catch? Because she would like to do that if she can, or to try to minimize the flame damage.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, trying to minimize the flame damage in Wells Grove is about the same as like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. But like
But- Okay.
for what, what still remains of the surrounding buildings, you could try dousing them in water.
Never mind. She's gonna head towards Match the Drapes and see if there's anyone inside. Try to, see if anyone else is in their surrounding buildings and get them the fuck out of there. Starting,
Okay, so I am going to roll an investigation check for Petra.
thank you.
Okay, so you enter in, so as you're on the approach and keeping an eye out, there is no signs, no sounds, no appearance of survivors that you have seen. The only figures that you see in and about Wells Grove are a handful of shambling zombies off in the distance, just lurching their way toward some stimulus that has caught their attention. As far as like living survivors, so far you haven't seen any. You enter into the establishment known as Match the Drapes.
Mhm.
Opening the door, what immediately hits your nose is like a pungent, like textile smell, like not just wool or cotton or anything like that, but like the smell of an industrialized like processing of these raw materials into something else. As you enter in, the first thing you notice, the room is taken up for the most part by a giant loom that sits against the back wall. Around the interior of the room that you stand in, several rugs and tapestries hang, and on the floors, stacks of rugs and carpets can be seen. Everything seems to be covered in a pretty significant layer of dust.
Aw.
It does not appear that anybody has been here for a while, and it seems that this place was, for whatever reason, during any of the looting, just ignored.
Aw. Well, Petra's gonna eye the loom up and down and say, well, this is not the building I thought it was gonna be. And she's is it just one floor, one big room?
Yeah, you can tell that from the dimensions of the building, what this looks like is probably where whoever would come here to buy carpets or rugs would like examine what they had for sale. And it seems like this is also the room that the loom has been set up in for the weaving of carpets. There is definitely like room behind, like the back wall of this room is not the back wall of the building. So there would be something of the business beyond this.
Okay. I have an idea. I don't know if this is gonna work, but Petra is going to take like 100 gold out of her pocket and put it on the counter, and then grab a shit ton of the fancy rugs and bring them outside in between her and the shambling zombies in like a big ass pile if she can, and then set them on fire so that it's like a fire barrier in between them. Can she use oh shit, what's it called? The cantrip to set a little fire to the dusty rugs once she drags them outside.
Now that would probably take a while, because it would just be like trying to set them on fire with a candle. That's approximately how much of a flame you can produce.
Okay, well,
but
can she just take one of the rugs and lean it into the burning building and then bring it back like a giant fucking torch? And
there
then
is absolutely no shortage of fully engulfed in flame buildings around you with which to use as kindling. So yes, not an issue.
Okay.
It would take
So
you,
yeah,
a few minutes to get this fixed up, but yeah, setting up like a barrier bonfire would not be problematic.
Awesome. Okay, yeah. I'm assuming that like the group that's shambling towards her, they're not, I mean, they're all kind of together in a flock, so she can just kind of block
Well,
them.
It's
that-
not actually, for one thing, they're not actually together.
Oh,
For
okay.
another, none of them seem to have noticed you at this point. They're all just kind of wandering about, sort of opening scene of Dawn of the Dead style, just like through the shopping mall, just doing their thing, like just off on their own, seem to be on the hunt for, whatever they can find to consume. Not as a horde, though. It's just like one here, maybe a couple over there. You see one in the far distance, the opposite direction. This seems to just maybe be like the scattered remains of maybe townspeople that had died and then reanimated, and maybe perhaps not even knowing that they were afflicted with the zombie curse.
Aw.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Well, then I guess that's overkill, but it's fine. She's gonna start looking at any other buildings that are not on fire to see if there's anybody else that's, hiding inside or holed up to try to take them back with her.
Okay, let me roll you another investigation check. All right. Okay, and how long is Petra going to spend doing this?
I mean, she hasn't heard anything from anyone else, so she's just gonna keep going until someone stops her or, she finds someone, I
Okay.
guess.
All right, so just wandering aimlessly throughout town or any particular direction, like back toward the Pantheon where you had just come from, or just kind of meandering?
I guess she's gonna explore the parts of town that they haven't been to. Like, she wants to make sure there's nobody in any of the rest of the buildings in
Gotcha.
town. Yeah.
All
So-
right. Easy enough to do.
Matter to me.
And that is going to keep Petra busy for at least a little while. So I will move back to Emma and then come back to you, Aaron.
Thank you.
All right, Isaac, are there any specific potions that Emma is looking for?
So far, I have a potion of gaseous form, which I assume some of these would have like some sort of possible substitute, but I'd have to figure that out. But the gaseous form, the specified ingredient for that is the bottled breath of a cloud giant. I would be nice with I'd be happy with any form of potion of giant strength. I mean, a cloud giant strength potion would be great, but because that's the highest one I could make. But I mean, I understand that shit's gonna be rare. A potion of maximum power, which needs the finger bone of an archmage. Could we just a truth serum off of the alchemist supplies, the other document you gave me? It doesn't have a specified ingredient, so
Not a problem. Okay, so let's take these one at a time. Go ahead.
and a potion of speed.
Potion of speed. What is the rarity level on a potion of speed?
Very rare.
Are you level 11?
Almost.
So you will be able to make it soon. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, so let's begin with the potion of gaseous form. Let's see where did that go? All right, so go ahead and roll me a D100, please.
Did that show up?
Yep. And I'm just basically giving you like I'm not requiring an investigation for this because you're not under any sense of duress. Like, you're taking the time to examine the inventory in this establishment. So after taking a look around, you are fairly confident that there is not the supplies, the needed ingredients for a potion of gaseous form.
Okay.
What was the next one?
Any sort of potion of giant strength, though. I mean, cloud giant would be
Cloud
great.
giant. Okay, so go ahead, actually roll me two D100s. Roll me one first.
Do you want them both at the same time?
Both at the same time is fine. I just need to know which one comes through first.
40 came through first.
Got a 40 and a 61. Okay. Regrettably, there is neither the materials for frost or stone giant strength, fire giant strength, or cloud giant strength.
Damn. Well, I mean, it's a long shot, but there's not a storm giant, is there?
Go ahead and roll me a D100, please.
I will lose my mind if you roll the 100 right now.
No, there is unfortunately not.
Okay. I mean, I couldn't make it for a while, but I'd take the ingredients if I could.
Right.
I love that the world is ending and you're shopping. I love that for you.
Yeah.
What about a potion of maximum power?
What is the rarity?
Very rare.
Very rare. Go ahead and roll D100, please. $45. No, unfortunately, not lacking the unique ingredients to create a potion of maximum power.
And the last one I had written down was truth serum.
Go ahead and roll me a D100. What's the rarity on that?
It does not say.
Okay, no worries. Just go ahead and roll.
But this was the this was on the document that had like minor, moderate, and masterworks on it. So I guess the rarity would depend on the quality or whatever. I don't know how you want to do that.
Yep, I got you. Hold on just one second. Okay, 12. You find the ingredients that would be sufficient to create 2 doses of truth serum.
Okay. And hold on. I forget how we were doing the specified ingredients. Did we do them? These recipes.
Well, what's your question on it?
Okay, so I could still make some of these stuff. I would just because the specified ingredient cuts the cost of it in half, right?
So basically, here's the way that it works on a practical level. For alchemy, the vast majority of all potions use a similar alchemical base that is brewed for the creation of potions, and then to that base is added individual specified ingredients that will result in this base being eventually distilled into a potion of fire giant strength, as opposed to another set of specialized ingredients that would turn the exact same alchemical base into a potion of gaseous form. Okay. Within this establishment, you have found enough of the basic materials to create 12 common potions, 6 uncommon potions, 4 rare potions, or 2 very rare potions. And then on top of that, the percentage chances I'm having you roll here is to, if you can find the actual specified particular ingredients that result in the type of potion you're wanting to create.
Oh, I forgot. There was 2 more potions I would like
Go
to
for it.
see if I could find.
Go for it.
The potion of growth Because if we can stack on another enlarge effect on Xanthion,
What is the rarity of Potion of Growth?
Big,
uncommon.
big.
Go ahead and roll a D100, please.
And
we're
Just trying to make Xanthion the size of a storm giant.
yes,
Beautiful.
D100.
Regrettably, there is not the ingredients for the Potion of Growth.
And the exact opposite, diminution did.
Which is a rare, correct?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, roll me another D100. Nope. And then actually, because I just realized I didn't have you roll enough, roll me one more D100.
What's this one for?
Hi, Ed.
Cookie sandwich and drink.
Ask for shit.
I didn't do them for you, dude. I'm sorry. All right, so 11, yes. So as you were browsing through here looking for the ingredients that you know that you need, you're like looking through and no gaseous form, no, you're just kind of striking out, just doesn't seem like what you have in mind there is very much of within this establishment. And then you're like, oh, you come across this vial that's got fingernail trimmings in it, and it's the fingernails of a hill giant. So you do have materials to create a potion of hill giant strength, because you did say you were looking for any giant strength. Mm-hmm.
Not what I wanted, but bumping, if anything that bumps our resident turtle's strength can be useful.
There are actually 3 fingernail clippings, so you would have enough to create 3 potions of hill giant strength.
Awesome.
Big.
Are there enough to turn all of us into giants though? Because we could be a giant band. That'd be rad.
So
Petra
if we,
and the band of giants. Sorry, I'll shut
That's
up.
awesome. That's
if I
awesome.
make a
You know, and
potion,
like chilling on one of your shoulders.
if I make a potion of this requires a little bit of cheesing the technicalities of the rules, and that Shannon might not let us slip by. But technically, if you get if a potion says you get the effect, it's not casting the spell. So you could do an enlarge potion and an enlarge spell to stack those.
And then I could just get big.
And that we could, if we do that, that would get Xanthion to large, huge, and then one more up.
Gargantuan, I think that's what it is.
I think there's a step between.
Ludicrous speed.
I will say, if
They-
he would let us get away with that, I would have to use my ability first, because my ability literally says get large. It doesn't say change size category.
He's going straight to plaid.
Oh, hi, Ed.
Hi.
So yeah, unfortunately, although it is not casting the spell, it is an effect of the same name. And the way that 5th edition specifies stacking effects is the effect cannot have the same name. So
Damn.
unfortunately, no, but good try. Okay, anything else you are looking for?
Is there a register?
A register? Oh, you mean like a lockbox, like a till?
Yeah.
That appears. Wow, it appears that there is one that has been tucked away beneath the counter in a relatively secure location.
There's not anymore.
Might as well
Yeah, there's not
have-
any more. Is it locked?
It is locked. Yes.
I'll worry about it later. I'll toss it
I
in the bag.
just, I hate to be somebody, but has it been brought to Emma's attention that she does not have the bag of holding?
Nope.
Yes, I do.
No, you gave it to me and I have it and I filled it and I never gave it back. I
Uh-oh.
remember. I'm sorry.
I mean-
Emma would have asked for it back.
I
I
mean,
know that.
Regardless, we're talking about ingredients for
Okay,
a,
okay. I'll
yeah.
shut up then.
No, it's okay. It is a fair point because Titus had the
I
bag of
know
holding thing when
Titus
you.
still has it because I did that intentionally because I want to take the chest out before I give it back to you. Sorry.
Right.
Uh,
So.
What the hell?
Yeah, Titus is being a bitch. Sorry.
So, but
I thought
anyway,
it was implied that I got it back, so
we can sort that out later. It doesn't really matter.
I
As of
wanted
right
you
now.
to think implied. I did that on purpose.
How did you
you're an
suffer?
asshole.
Truer words were never spoken. So anyway, yes, there is there is a lockbox. It is locked and secured underneath the counter. Are you wanting to try to do something to get into it?
No, I'm just gonna toss it in, I guess, a sack.
Mhm.
Just a regular backpack. Poor thing.
Well, it is actually like secured into position on the shelf, like locked into place.
Oh.
So you do have Morlo with you.
Morlo, break.
Morlo, smash. Yeah, I want to see if I can get Morlo to crack it open.
And because Scott is not here, I'm going to say sure.
All right.
So
how
he
much
takes
is in it?
he takes his walking axe and he wedges the blade of it into the seam and goes back and holds onto the very end, like 7 feet away, using it for every ounce of leverage that he can, and just kind of seesaws it a couple of times, and you hear the wood creaking and the iron banding groan a little bit until eventually just pops open.
How much is in it?
Not
And are
enough.
there any interesting potion ingredients?
No, it isn't. It entirely money. It's 184 gold pieces.
All right.
Hold on just 1 second. I will be right back.
Why do you want to take the chest out?
Doesn't want to grab a good chest.
Fair.
Thank you. Good night.
Because Titus wants to make sure the chest almost tried to kill him once, and he wants vengeance on this chest. I will stick by this excuse until the day I die. Look at Ed. The sincerity on Ed's face shows everything I am saying is true.
There you go. Can you guys hear me okay? By the way, I'm using the new mic.
Yeah,
that sounds
you
really good.
sound really good.
Awesome, awesome.
How you doing, dude?
Doing good, man. Doing really good.
I thought about you the other day, and I was going to call you and see if you. It was Thursday. See if you wanted to go to a Mulligan's, but you told me everything was going on with all that, so I just
Yeah.
So
Well,
I wasn't sure what to do. So
no, I got you. No, we do need to do that. I definitely want to do that. That's all been going really well, actually. So,
well, that's
so
good.
that's yeah.
I'm out of whiskey.
Uh-oh.
I drank a lot of whiskey this week.
That's a good week right there.
I don't know. I've never really drank that much whiskey
Oh, well, maybe that's a
You
bad
know,
week.
in a week. I mean, and it not feel, phew, and not
Right.
feel bad. I actually
Well,
feel
that's-
pretty damn good.
Well, good. man. Yeah. Did I miss anything important so far?
No, right
Not
now
really.
it's just greedy Isaac shopping. Which I can't complain because later we're gonna need any of the healing stuff that he ends up finding. I've learned this.
Right.
Never stop a greedy person from finding stuff to heal people.
Yes.
Then
That
we
is
lose
a,
because then we lose the cleric.
yeah.
Yeah, but we don't, this is bad.
The only, well, I do want to say the only thing that could have saved Natari was counterspell, which
Yeah.
no one had prepped.
Well,
do.
I would have it if I knew I could have already put higher level spells in my spell book. And I'm an honest person, so I told him, no, I only put the spells that were the right level. And I had a chance. I could have lied. There was a moment I remember that moment as if it was yesterday. I was sitting.
I'm
there
an honest person, says the one who was just, oh yeah, I actually stole your entire inventory last session.
Well, I am honest. I just
Yeah.
never gave the sack back. I'm going to give the sack back once I empty it.
I'm pretty sure that
That's
I've
what she said.
used it before.
No, actually, you can go back and watch. I
I
have
cannot go back and watch.
insisted.
Nothing's been posted.
Well, I have insisted. Shannon remembers. Shannon remembers.
Oh, I was gonna say, by the way, just FYI, if you Ben, if you have any technical problems or anything from here on out, I can also help with recording and storing videos because I'm now set up to do that. I don't exactly know how, but I have the capability to do it. So you've got a
Sweet.
backup there. Yeah.
You're gonna need to come over and let me show you some things because right now I'm setting up new Bluetooth drivers.
Yep.
So that my mic on my Bluetooth headset,
Right.
this mic right here,
Yeah.
it fucks up sometimes. So I'm testing different drivers so it won't mess up while I'm recording.
Okay.
And so if you want to come over, I can show you some stuff on how I set some things up when I'm recording stuff because I actually have to do it for work too now. I'm
Okay.
making ISO videos for work instructions and how to data management and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I'm making you basically YouTube videos. So I can show you how I edit them and all that stuff
That'd be awesome.
instead of posting live.
Yeah, I may do that, or maybe maybe we can get you over here because that way you can see what I've got set up. And I've actually been trying to figure out what software to get for video editing because I know some are way more complicated than I need, and some
I would get OBS for recording,
Mhm.
I've got
and then I would look at. Do you have any access to any kind of like Microsoft stuff or Adobe stuff?
I can. I mean, I've got Microsoft. I've got Office, the newest Office, but I don't. I can get whatever. Excuse me. I can get whatever.
Those are subscriptions, and there's no need to actually pay subscriptions because there are free options.
Right.
So
What I really would like to find is just a good, one-time purchase software. But I don't know.
I'm so out of the loop. They probably are options to do
Right.
it that way. I'm working off of like really 15-year-old knowledge on how I do things.
Well, hey, that's
I'm
one that
sure
I've-
I'm sure there's new ways of doing things that my boy that Isaac knows that Sydney
Right.
knows that is just crazy that I've seen him do things on just drawings
right.
that flabbergast me. And
That's awesome.
he's more,
Hey, Isaac.
they are more knowledgeable.
Do you prefer to go by Sydney or Isaac? Because I've heard you, I mean, your name is,
He prefers Sydney and
okay,
he,
hell
and he
yeah,
prefers, and they
Okay.
prefer they.
hell yeah.
And I
Okay.
am trying to get used
Thank
to
you.
it, and it is hard for me to get used to. But I
That's
am
what we
trying.
want to, but we love you. Want to make sure that you are secure in your identity and that we
Yeah.
address you as your identity. I just want to
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
I'm
That's
back.
all indeed.
Yeah, this table is a safe space for any player. And we will use your personal pronouns and whatever name is appropriate.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything else that Emma would like to do?
I'm not sure if they're here.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
They've been pretty radio silent for a minute.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
I think I heard the bathroom move. Our bathroom floor creaks.
I was gonna say you've got big problems if the bathroom
Ah.
is moving.
Yeah.
Just
It does. It does. It has had a lot of water damage, and
Ah.
and our landlords don't really care. So the last thing they did to actually fix the problem was the worst thing you could do to fix that problem.
you mean not
Right.
fix it?
Double shot.
Because all they did is they hired this company to come in. They paid them $800 to drill holes in the bathtub and spray foam in each one of those holes for the
Sure.
second floor bathroom. And then they laid this mat down that they have glued. And I know because I have engineered stuff like this before. It will fix the problem. It will. For maybe
For a
10
week?
years. No, for about 10 years. But then in about 10 years, the whole floor is going to be too heavy. The wood is going to break from water damage, and you're going to have to replace the whole goddamn floor. So, that's fine. If that's the way they want to fix the problem, that's okay. I'm only here for another couple of years anyway. So,
Yeah, that's not your problem to worry about in 10 years.
yeah, I tried to tell them, but they wouldn't listen to me. But that's
Mm.
okay.
Shocker.
This whole apartment complex we're in is their retirement plan. They're not worried about 10 years from now.
Don't you love it when people make active income off or passive income off your active income? I just love it.
It's just the
And then they make the basic amenities seem like it's a huge luxury. I love that. I love that for us.
it's the process you got to live in if you want to make money, and that's
I
sad.
don't want to make money. I just want to survive, man. I would just like it if the people who were making money off of my income would actually like do the job that they said they were going to do and make my living abode, livable.
How
That's
old
all
are
I
you,
want.
Aaron? How old are you, Aaron?
I am 32.
I used to think that way too.
Yeah. I
And
will still
then
continue to think that way. I really don't want money. I just want to survive. That's all I want. I know the planet's dying, everything's on fire. I just want to be comfortable while we go down in flames, man. I know I'm not going to be able to retire till I'm probably 75 or 80, and by that time Social Security is going to be completely drained. So, best case scenario I just want to survive. I'm not
Yeah.
asking for much, man.
I've
And the fact that that all I can do is ask for the bare minimum is kind of depressing, but what
True.
else? I mean, I'll take, having the hot water go out as opposed to cockroaches and bed bugs in my apartment, but it's still, I mean, I came from rock bottom, so I feel like I'm not asking much, but
I get what you're saying. I really, really do.
yeah.
I used to think the same way until I said, fuck it. I'm going to make money. I'm going to
I
live
mean-
comfortable.
I mean, if I were able to make money, it'd be nice, but at this point, wages are not reflecting the cost of living anywhere. So the best I can hope for is to survive.
Well, I mean, what are your hobbies? What are you good at? And that's the best thing to build a resume around is what are your hobbies? What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing that you could probably make money at? And that's the best thing to build a resume around. And
It is, but yeah, I mean, I love my job right now. Like, I love making, condom jokes and sex jokes, and getting paid for it. But
it's
yeah,
amazing. That is
it's great.
when you told me about that, I was like, wow, this is Erin's job. She's
And
happy
that's
for the
the thing,
rest of her life.
everybody's been saying that. I'm like, God, I didn't know everybody knew I was a perv. I thought I was still pretty low key with it at this
No,
point. But
no,
everyone's
you
like,
can
oh, you're
just
perfect for this job. And I'm like,
you
fuck.
you can tell. I mean, it looks like you have golden sperm on your glasses.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's a new one. That is a new one.
I mean, although in fairness, if you do want that, you're going to have to make some money because that is, that's more than a grill right there. That's some shit going on.
It was the best compliment I could give you in the moment.
I
Sorry.
don't like what you've done to me. I don't like it. I can't tell you you're wrong, but I can tell you I don't like it.
Okay, I apologize. I take it back. I am sorry
No,
I
not at
offended
all.
you.
No apology needed. Now I just can't unsee it, and I kind of dislike you for it, but it's fine.
Mm,
It was well placed at least. Whoever aimed it, they did a good job. You need to give them props.
Mhm.
Me and Isaac are pacing back and forth between the refrigerator and the pantry.
Love
And
it.
I am so parched right now. I cannot.
Where's your shot of Jameson?
I've already taken it. I'm out of
Why ain't
all.
gonna fix that?
There's all Jameson is gone.
Oh man, rip.
I think all I have left is maybe 1 or 2 Guinness. And I'm not in the mood for Guinness.
Okay, I'm gonna go real quick and switch to Aaron's computer. I'll be right back.
Sounds like a plan. Where'd everybody go? When did this all fall off the rails? What happened?
I think right about
Somebody
when I
need-
got here.
I think I see Logan laughing at us. Does he even hear me? Do it.
Blame myself.
Do the floss dance, Logan. He doesn't hear me. That would have been funny if he started doing the floss dance. Ed,
Mhm.
you look like you're in what?
Look like I'm what?
Sorry.
That would be good on toast. There's buns.
Bacon? Not at all. Yeah.
I mean, it's just cream cheese.
No, you're good.
Strawberry cream cheese
You're out
would
of
be
camera
great
range,
on a
so they can't see you.
bagel. I don't know
Check
what
it out.
else would be good on.
Mhm.
Yes.
Can I watch television?
No,
Please,
no,
I said sorry.
it doesn't matter.
I just want to-
Read a book, play the drums. Oh, there's Aaron. Okay.
Isaac is down here, so he'll let us know when he's back on.
Okay, sounds good. Where did Logan go? Do we know?
I saw him go flossing through that door.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so
You'll get that when you go back and rewatch this.
picking back up. Aaron, are you back with us?
She's actually switching computers. She should be just a minute.
Yeah, she's switching over to I think she said her boyfriend's computer or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
Are we
worries.
just doing cleanup from last session or what were we doing?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Just covering what Petra had basically gone off on her own to accomplish and what Emma was looking for in the potion shop.
Got you. Yeah, we they tore down the Chick-fil-A on Stone Drive and put in a newer, bigger one with twice the drive-through capacity, which you think would make it quicker to get through there, but it's not. So
Nice.
What's up, cucks? Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Nice.
She
Sorry,
know.
I'm sorry. I'm full of beans.
Tell us how you really feel. Okay, so Logan, Ed,
Yes.
as Felix pushes you guys urgently out the door of the guards court keep, almost shoving you into the sharpened barricades meant to keep the undead at bay from the guards court keep. He just kind of shoving you along out the door into the town square of Wells Grove with a sense of urgency to reunite with the rest of the party. What would you like to do?
Where are the horses and our stuff at?
As Felix mumbles, still shoving you through the maze of barricades. Like, horses are zombies, no good. We're gonna have to hoof it on foot. No pun intended.
Alright,
All right. Was there a
Um,
prearranged meeting place or do we just need to? Does anybody know where everybody is individually? besides us?
I think Titus said he was going to the Pantheon. Let's go there, and it's
Yeah,
just right
fair.
across the way. So
alright, we'll just book it out.
across.
Yep.
Ben, what is Titus doing?
Well, I had just gotten that message from Felix, right?
And this is immediately after that.
All right. I am casting, I'm pulling out that book of dirtiness that I've been using.
Mhm.
And I am casting
Smart
major
dog.
image from the book.
Okay.
And I am 120 foot up in the air, a huge 20-foot sphere with noise loud enough to cause thunder damage going. Hello, you fuckers. We need to get the hell out of this city.
I thought you were gonna do
Meet
a
up.
spirit bomb.
Meet up where you know we should be at so that everybody else doesn't come here because there are some bad people here. Hello, you fuckers.
Got it.
It
Okay.
just repeats.
And it just
Um,
repeats.
Gotcha.
He didn't specify where to actually go.
Well, I mean, the last place they knew where all the horses and stuff were was right there in front of the constable's place. So
Yeah, basically that's where the party split up from the Pantheon. So
yeah.
yeah.
So
And
Right
does
then,
now.
Petra-
and then I'm running towards where everybody's coming toward me. So
Okay, got it.
that's what I'm
uh,
doing.
Aaron, what was your question?
so does Petra hear that?
We're gonna say that Petra does hear the echoes of that as she is just putting the finishing touches on her carpet bonfire.
Yeah. Okay, Petra's gonna look at the carpet fire that's happening and say, well, that's not usually how I start those, but okay. And then she hears Titus's public service announcement and says, wow, that is a terrible song. And she starts skipping towards the Pantheon, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yep.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, we're gonna have to workshop whatever song he was trying to sing there because that was bad, but yeah. All right, so yeah, she starts her carpet fire, no friction needed, and then skips over to the Pantheon.
All right.
Messenger, Shannon.
So as Felix and X and Xantheon come running toward the Pantheon. You see Titus emerge, having just put this weird now like news break in midair above the city square of Wellsgrove. And as you come together, the four of you at least reunited, Felix just kind of looks around at the rest of you. He's like, naked animal skull guy that Vessel of Slaughter. Vessel of Slaughter has been reborn. They've resurrected that person. That is the Vessel of Slaughter. And he was seen here during the fall of Wellsgrove.
Let's not be here now then. Let's go.
Yeah.
They were
that's-
naked?
Where's Emma and
Oh wait,
Morlo?
that's just not there.
And actually about this time, because you were just, all you have to do is come down the alleyway between the captain's quarters in and emerge into the town square, Petra. So about this time you come traipsing out and you do
Okay.
see the four of them.
Yeah, she
Uh,
wants to traipse out and go, did somebody say naked? As she enters the group.
And as you like walk up, Felix just kind of points directly at you and is like, yes, at the campsite when we met you, X, and points over at you, Exagora. Remember, almost killed Morlo, was after Natari for the book. Naked guy, huge sword, skull
Yeah.
mask.
I know a lot of naked guys with huge swords. You're gonna have to be more specific.
Fair, but he's here. And my guess is the Dark One is still here. And if I had to posit a very good guess, I would bet that the old decrepit man in tattered robes is probably Nemoar. And they have been here recently.
Okay.
Where is Emma and Morlo?
Didn't Emma go to check on like potion components or something?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So do we
That's-
all, they went together, didn't they?
Yes. But
Yes.
to get her out of there is going to take a combined effort,
Yes.
I
Well,
think.
I guess we better go then because that thing. So is it just like the muzzle in this operation? Basically, is what we're talking about? Is that all? Or is it, does it play a bigger part in all this?
I don't know, but I can't think of anything that I have fought that would be more aptly named the Vessel of Slaughter than that thing.
Yeah, same here. All right. Well, we gotta head that way now.
Yes, and wherever we go, we are going on foot. All of the horses are zombies.
Okay. Like loose, unaccounted for zombies
Nope,
or?
in the stables.
Ah,
Looks like the
okay.
stable master had a snack of each one of them.
Well, at least there's that.
Yes. All right. And then I do recommend there is, looks like an arcanist's shop on the way out of town. I noticed it by the guards corps keep. I say we grab Emma. We see if the arcanist shop has anything of value, and then we book it because this city is a lost cause.
Let's go.
Tally
And
ho.
he just takes
Close.
off.
Agreed.
All right. So everybody starts heading toward the Crow's Nest Apothecary. If someone would please roll me a D20.
I got this.
Do it, Petra.
I've been having a lucky day.
You've got this.
17.
There you go.
Okay.
Is that good? That's good, right?
It's the gold on her face.
Well, you make it to the Crow's Nest without having any sort of interactions with anything. So if that's good, we'll take it. So Sydney, are you back?
He's went upstairs. He probably just hasn't sat down yet.
Well, it's in chat, it says back. That's why I thought they were back.
Oh,
Maybe that means a
Emma.
different thing.
I
Maybe
don't
they're
know.
like, watch
Maybe
your
he's
back.
back to the
Shaden and
bathroom.
Shaden and Rose came in here and started talking.
Welcome
Are you-
back.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, so just as you have popped open the lockbox full of 184 gold. The rest of your party comes through the front door.
Emma's kind of Emma. They walk in to see a familiar sight of Emma scooping gold into a bag.
And at this moment, as you have realized that the bag that you're shoving stuff into is getting heavier and heavier, you do notice that Titus has your bag of holding slung
Emma's
around his
taking
shoulder.
it back. He's not even saying a word. Emma walks over and takes the bag.
I'm gonna be like, I just need to get the stuff out of there later.
No, we need to get
Okay.
out of here.
Yes, we need to get out of here because there is apparently the upper management of a death cult in town, or has been recently. So can we go, please?
Didn't we? The vessel of slaughter was mentioned in the message, right?
Mm-hmm.
We killed him already once. We could do it again.
Let's not do that right now, though.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
if
wasn't
did
exactly
we kill him
easy.
if they're still here?
And if we hadn't put him down when we did, Morlo was on death's doorstep. And we don't have Natari anymore.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's skedaddle, and then Xanthion's just gonna lead out.
And
the
also-
Plus, it's not
city.
the only thing here.
And
Xantheon
also,
yeets.
that was 1 against 9. And now they've got the Dark One and the Coal Priest. So I don't like those odds.
Fair.
Let's skedaddle.
That's a pretty
and
good
I'll
Christian
just start.
impression,
Xantheon will
Shannon.
just start walking away. out
Well,
of
I
this
do
town.
spend some time talking to my homeboy. So yeah.
That was pretty good.
So let's go. We're on foot because all of the horses are zombies. I would like to stop by the shop that's over by the Guards Corps Keep on our way out of town, but it's on the outskirts of town, so we'll practically be out of town.
All right.
Okay,
let's go.
good. Let's go. Break. And
Xantheon will just lead the way.
Felix kind of Felix brings up the rear, just kind of shooing everybody out behind, making sure that Emma doesn't wander off to try stealing from some other establishment, as she is likely to do. Also,
Oh.
Petra,
Out of
keeping an
game
eye
real
on
quick.
Petra
What-
as well.
Oh, gotcha. I was about to say, I mean, it's fitting that Felix brings up the rear.
Yeah.
He seems like a bottom
Make sure to
What-
close it all the way.
What? God.
in the best way. It's a compliment, I swear. I
Uh,
love bottoms.
Ed, you
What
were
type of
saying?
stuff would be in a shop like that out of game? X
Well,
knows Ed doesn't. know.
it's basically an arcanist shop. Generally speaking, will specialize in arcane focuses, spell components, ink and paper for a wizard
Oh.
spell book, possibly spell books themselves. But there's
More of your
now,
esoteric stuff.
yeah, but there also is a chance that you might find an assortment of magic items
Right.
for sale, depending on how particularly well versed the owner of the establishment is.
Hey, Logan, really quick, can you please tell Sam hello for me and I love her? She's
Yes.
adorable. Thanks.
Testing 3245. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
She says hello back.
Oh, God. All right, good.
So we're going to Myrtle's Mystic Menagerie.
I thought we were going to,
I'm just
Never mind.
following whoever said, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yep. So basically, Felix is herding you guys toward this Myrtle's Mystic Menagerie, which you
Okay.
had heard mention of while being in Wellsgrove before everything went tits up, as being a shop that specializes in sundries for the arcane. Somebody else, as you are now clearing your way through town again, please roll me another D20.
I got this.
I believe in you.
Ooh,
Oh,
I don't got this.
You make your way back across the town square without incident, keeping an eye out, head on a swivel, of course, everybody keeping an eye out. And you do see a couple of random straggling zombies. As far as the overall sense of the city, though, if it wasn't for Felix being so hyped up on the thought of these three people being in town, it feels like nothing is a threat here. I mean, obviously you've got a couple of random zombies walking around, but you guys have fought enough of those that that's not even really much of a threat at this point. It seems eerily tranquil. Not
I was
much
gonna
going
say,
on.
do we get a sense that it's like artificially tranquil at the moment, so to speak?
Roll me a perception check.
I will do that. Still wrong button. Full-time crap. There we go. Jesus.
You don't get any sense that you don't get a sense that anything is like artificially quiet. You just get a feeling like this is a ghost town now.
Right.
Like other than the people who are alive in the Guards Court Keep, you have not seen another living soul.
Okay.
So making your way across to the town square to Myrtle's Mystic Menagerie.
Making our way downtown.
Downtown.
Walking fast. Zombies passing, it's on fire. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do.
Okay. So
And I'm bleeding. Da-da-da-da. Sorry.
that's all right. What? Bleeding?
Yeah, it was a parody of the song.
Nice. Okay.
If I could fall
7, 18.
into the plague, do you think time? Nothing rhymes with plague.
Ouch, my
Damn it.
leg.
Okay. So Myrtle's Mystic Menagerie, just located across the way from the Guards Court Keep, is a small cottage that is all one storefront. It is not shared retail space with any other establishment. It's just one building. And as Felix approaches, it's like, okay, so I know what I'm looking for. Who else wants to go in with me and see if you can find something?
I'll go in with Felix, just so he's not by himself.
I'm going to.
Appreciated.
I'll go in.
No cat left behind. I got stuff to loot.
I will watch
Tally ho,
everybody's
ho.
back.
Burn town, get money.
And
I will watch everybody's back. If you hear me yell, I am running.
Okay.
Morlo puts his turtly hand on your shoulder, Titus, and he's like, I have no interest or understanding of this magic stuff. If you want to go in, that's fine. I can keep an eye out.
Our
All right,
silent
then
sentinel.
I will go in and cast detect magic.
All right. So, and then he just stands with his walking axe and just like looks over his shoulders. People are weird. As the rest of
Hell
you
yeah, we
enter into the shop. As you walk in, you see basically a hybrid space. It's like this is obviously both somebody's residence and a business. So and there isn't any attempt to like separate the two. Like there isn't like a front room and then the back is where the person lives. It's just like there's a couch and then also over here is a table with some crystals on it that can be arcane focus. And this, so and it's just kind of all spread out. Titus, you walk in, are you ritually casting detect magic or are you just using a spell slot?
I'm just using a spell slot.
Okay. There are faint magical auras around you. Nothing particularly overpowering.
I'm just going to kind of like zone into focusing on them to get a good understanding of what they are. See if any of them like strike my interest.
Okay.
Make sure none of them are dangerous. And not really like focusing on any one thing, just kind of getting a general idea of what all the different magics are. But
Okay.
I'm guessing that like when I do that, that makes me vulnerable to attacks and stuff, right?
What do you mean?
When I'm focusing on understanding detect magic, I mean, it isn't that like taking the character's concentration off of like the environment really?
I mean, yeah, not to the point where you're oblivious to what's going on around you, like you are
Okay,
when
okay.
yeah. Like it's not like you are when you like are looking through your familiar's eyes, you're complete and like you're completely zoned out
Got you.
of your own
That's what
senses.
that's kind of what I was wondering. I wasn't sure.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna, is there any areas of the hut or whatever that have, with my experience of what I used to do, were like hidden areas, a real good place to stash stuff, or a chest might be safe. Anything along that line? Do I notice anything like that? In
roll
general?
me an investigation check.
Okay. Be better than the perception check.
You got this. Go, 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 go.
Ah,
Okay.
Big, 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 big.
Big,
Right.
big.
So I will get back to you in just 1 second, Ed.
sure thing.
Can I look around? I want, this was like a magic item shop, right? Kind of.
Well, as of just yet, you have not actually seen the presence of any magic, any like enchanted magical items right now. The first appearance of this is where a spellcaster would go to buy spell components, a wizard would go to get ink to write in their spell book, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But definitely deals with the arcane, so there is the potential for there to be something here like that.
I want to look for some kind of staff or something. Basically I'm wanting to go for like an upgrade for my Staff of the Adder.
Gotcha. Okay.
But also anything to do with druidic magic or nature magic or whatever. I want to get a look at.
Okay. And right off of the bat, being a practitioner of druidic magic, you do notice that there is an assortment of various accoutrement of druid craft, like lots of mistletoe, which is frequently used as a magic focus, that kind of stuff. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check because you are specifically looking for staves.
And it doesn't have to be a staff, like a wand or whatever.
Gotcha.
Well, shit.
Okay. And
I find a stick and I get real excited for a minute.
what
and then
is
I'm like,
It's a normal stick.
This is a perfectly cromulent stick. What is Petra looking for in here?
Petra is going to make sure she's gonna check for living, not undead. Is that right? Not undead? Yeah. People, like if there's any like if there's like any rooms above or whatever, like yeah.
Okay.
Gonna
So
check for survivors.
go ahead and roll me an investigation check for Petra.
Sure.
Oh my God. Do that again.
Sure. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Nice.
Holy shit. I'm jealous of your boyfriend.
Okay, so turning
Sure.
Sure.
turning this
Oh,
place.
That's my Audrey.
Oh
Remember?
my God.
That's
yes,
what it was.
I
That's what
remember.
it was.
It's Audrey.
I'm shutting up. I'm shutting up.
So turning this place upside down, like looking under every piece of furniture, looking in every closet, basically no stone left unturned. Petra basically cases the joint and is 100% certain there are no survivors to be found, and no undead to be found either. This place has been deserted.
Okay, so then next so no survivors, so then she's searching for booze.
Oh, okay.
Priorities.
Easy enough to do. And we can just say that as you are searching for survivors, you also come across booze in the process. There are, a couple of bottles of stronger stuff to be found amongst the provisions in the kitchen.
Yeah, she's gonna start chug-a-lugging
All
when she
right,
finds something.
and nice. Okay, Titus, you're being guided by detect magic. Is there anything in particular that you are looking for?
Not really, just anything that just piques my interest, looks out of place, maybe looks like it'd be helpful. You know, I mean, if I see like a book that's glowing magical, or if I see something that looks like it might be a helpful magical item, I'll maybe focus on it and see if maybe it would be. But nothing like in particular. I'm just basically scanning the room. If I see something that is just blatant, I'm gonna be like, Felix, that, that. But then
Gotcha.
if I see something that might be dangerous, that's when I'll really focus on it. Does that make sense?
I get you. I get you. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check for Titus.
Investigation. 18.
Okay. This definitely strikes you as being more along the lines of the establishment of a hedge wizard. Nothing of particular importance seems to be here. But nothing particularly dangerous, nothing that makes you think that there's anything of particular value that you have come across as of yet. The magical auras that are found through your detect magic spell are primarily like just the tiny like residual aura that would be around a spellcaster's focus or something like that. There are some stronger auras, but you can't see them. So you would need to do some looking around to try to find what those sources are coming from.
I will further investigate then. Where are these sources of light? Where are you, tiny glowing light? Magic. Da-da-dun-dun-dun.
How many shots have you
Where
taken?
are your light?
Not
Magic.
enough.
He's out of whiskey.
Da-da-dun-dun.
So that answers your
Where
question.
is the light? Magic. Da-da-dun-dun. And that's what Titus is doing in the room.
Okay,
Kind of
gotcha.
a little bit of manic in his voice because he's ready to get the fuck out of the city.
Gotcha.
Petra's gonna add a little da 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 bass line to his manic singing.
Are you doing the shuffle in the background?
Oh yeah, she's got sunshine
Yep.
on a cloudy day.
Okay, what is Xanthion looking for?
I kind of had the same idea as Ed, just looking for like secret stuff, stuff that'd be helpful for the party.
Okay, so as you notice that X seems to be doing the same thing, you kind of like just fall into step with him, just sort of looking through, and X and Xanthion, you guys get into the kitchen where you notice Petra pluck a bottle of hooch out of one of the cabinets, and Ed, with your 21 on investigation, specifically looking for hidden caches, you notice that the cabinet seems a bit like the back of the cabinet does not seem like it would be close enough to the wall. So getting into the cabinet where Petra has just plucked a bottle as she kind of saunters into the other room, you just go back into the back of the cabinet and you're just kind of feeling around, knocking on it, and it is definitely hollow. It is not a solid wall behind that.
Check for
Yeah, can we like check for
switches, levers.
obvious
hidden-
like items that look
Yeah.
obviously out of place?
Yeah.
So it'd be like switches and stuff.
Okay, now
Or
I'm
anything
gonna,
on the bookshelf, or not the bookshelf, the shelf itself that looks out of place.
Petra's, and can Petra fumble about and if she accidentally happens upon it, yeah, I'll roll for that.
For accident.
roll for accident,
Accidental discovery.
roll for sheer dumb luck.
Amen.
Okay, so you do need to make another investigation check because now you're actually trying to figure out how to get into this.
Right.
Can I just give him the help action?
Sure, roll at an advantage.
Sick.
How do I do that mechanically? Shift?
Yeah, I think it's you hold down shift.
I think it's like, yeah.
Yeah, there
shit.
it is. I see it.
Quick question. What are they
Answer.
trying to get into?
The back of the cabinet where you just picked up your bottle of hooch from the kitchen.
Well, today's a
Okay,
good day.
can she cast knock on it to open it? Is
Yeah.
it like a locked thing?
You're not 100% sure, but you can definitely walk up and try casting knock.
Yeah, screw it. Why not?
The other cabinet doors just fly open.
Every cabinet door but the one we need.
That's
on.
awesome.
Knock, knock.
Knockety knockety.
Oh, damn it. Hold
It's weird. I
on.
got.
Wait.
I don't think there's like a roll
Got-
for it.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's no roll for it.
Oh,
just
okay,
knock.
never mind. I just
So,
do it. Okay.
It's just
cool.
loud.
So as Ed, as Exegor is examining to try to find how to get into this, you're just like, God, it looks solid. Maybe I'm not. Yeah, could I be wrong? Is this really just a regular? And Petra, you see a furry hand with claws just go right past your right ear and just knocks twice, and there's this booming, loud, thunderous knock, and the back of the cabinet just comes shooting forward, and you kind of like have to duck out of the way as it clambers against the wall on the far side of the kitchen and just
Nice.
falls to the ground. And you have found a pretty deep cache that looks like it actually recesses back into the wall like a hidden safe a bit.
Okay. Like an actual safe, like that we need to get into, or just like an area where stuff's stored?
Just an area, but it's a bigger alcove than you were expecting. You were thinking it was just going to be a false back on the cabinet with like maybe
Right.
a few inches of space. It's kind of like that scene in Shawshank Redemption where it just kind of keeps going back a bit longer than you
gotcha.
expected.
Can I
And
see the far wall of that space?
Yep, and it looks
Is there
like
a
it is
poster of
probably
Rita Hayworth?
yes, but in turtle form in this world.
So hot.
Yeah, it's like basically from what you can imagine, it goes up to like basically the layer of bricks that would be the exterior of the building.
Okay. I mean, I can see if I go in there. It's not too dark to this.
Petra's gonna-
You can't walk in there. This is imagine the back of a cabinet, like
Oh, wait, okay.
above
No,
the
I see what
counter
you're-
cabinet.
Yeah.
But like it reaches back like probably a good 3 feet.
Okay. Start seeing, pulling stuff out.
Okay.
Petra would, after Petra knocks, she would like to turn to X and Xanthi and be like, you don't have to force it. Sometimes all you gotta do is knock.
was
Words
really
live
loud.
by.
Turns
I
to
hate to-
Petra, winks.
I'm very
and then goes
appreciative
back.
of it, but we're trying to avoid attention and that was very loud.
I never avoid attention, darling.
It
Looking
wasn't.
to see if any of it looks dangerous before
Yeah.
anybody touches it.
I would
Yeah,
say you'd
see,
wake
that's
the
a-
dead, but too late. Huh.
It
Okay.
isn't just to point to be made, Logan. It is not any louder than the gigantic booming voice that was over the town square just a few moments ago.
And that
So,
did thunder damage. Thank you.
Fair
okay.
enough.
So, you notice that this does actually seem to be fairly well, kind of filled to the brim with stuff. And Titus, as you walk up, thinking like you're going to check it out before, to make sure everything is okay, immediately apparent that this is where the stronger auras were coming from. None of them are particularly like overpowering, but this is the concentration of magical aura that was hidden from view that you've been sensing since you got in here. And as you were about to say, hey, let me check this. Immediately just X just reaches his hand in and starts like willy-nilly pulling crap out.
Dan's gonna start sorting it into piles.
So the first thing that you see Exagora pull out, because Xanthion is right there beside him, you reach in and you grab what feels like a maybe an oversized scroll case.
Okay.
And you pull it out, and it's actually a quiver of arrows.
Present it to Xanthion. There you go.
No
Each
problem.
each of the arrows is surrounded by a magical aura.
Except different.
Titus.
Oh, that's Titus. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Titus. still-
I'll explain that to Xanthion. Each one of them looks like a different magical aura.
No,
They would
same magical aura, but
Oh.
individually around each arrow.
Oh, okay.
So it's
It
not,
look-
this is not a quiver that is magical. It is the individual arrows inside.
Just tell him that we'd probably need to identify each arrow to make sure they're the same thing.
Okay,
Um,
and he'll just sling it on his back separately from his other quiver.
Yep. You also pull out a ring, a vial of some sort of oily liquid, a green cloak embroidered in gold,
Petra's gonna snatch the green cloak if she can.
3 different potions.
Emma's picking up the potions.
I'm gonna be a dick and slide of hand the ring.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
We wouldn't expect anything less.
I know.
So there's the cloak,
Would love
there's
that
the
for you.
quiver, there's the 3 potions, and then there's the ring that Exagoras, and that's all that's been said so far.
No, there's the quiver.
There was never a ring. Anybody that wants to try to beat a 25 can roll a perception check.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
I could
feeling
pro-
lucky.
there's a chance I beat it.
there's
That's
a
an
chance you
H.
would. Yeah.
Yeah, wait, hold on, that's my medicine. No.
Hey, look, I got a
Almost.
Hold up.
plus 12 on the slide of hand.
There was never a ring.
All right, so out of with not including the ring, how many items is that?
That is, and you guys are, wow, 2 20s, a 16 and a 17. You guys are
Damn.
exceptionally perceptive, but yeah, no, there's never a ring. So far it's 3 potions, a cloak, a vial of oil, which is discernibly not a potion, and a quiver of arrows.
All right, so that's 6 items.
Yep, but there's still more. There's still more back
Keep
there.
going.
But wait,
All right,
there's more.
Nobody,
Ah.
no one, from now on, no one take anything until we know what everything is.
All
She's
right.
gonna hand Xanthion the quiver of arrows and be like, we're gonna take what we need. Be quiet.
It's a tube of Flex Seal. No.
Xanthion already had the quiver of arrows.
is there a roll of duct tape?
She
There
took
is
it
not
from
a
you
roll
when
of
you
duct
weren't
tape.
looking, and then she decided to be nice and give it back.
Start looking through there. I mean,
Yep,
if
hold
we're
on.
all here, let's be greedy bastards. Let's
mean,
roll.
Can I roll that search again for a replacement for the staff of the adder?
Well,
Let's
hold
turn
on.
into-
We're still
Well,
pulling stuff out of this
No,
hidden cache.
no, I'm going Black Friday, getting in there to get that toy before anybody
Well,
else.
hush.
You
You
stiff arm
thief.
old ladies.
Everyone, shh.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Alright,
Sorry.
Coyote.
All right, so you reach in, there is a like a small like bag, like a purse, made of a brownish orange rust colored fabric, with a drawstring. It's just, no, definitely not a bag of holding. It's not big enough. I use the
Oh.
actual the actual listed dimensions of a bag of holding, which means it's like the size of an army duffel, even though nobody else does. That's what it says in the description. So that's how I rule it. No, this is more just like a handbag or a purse, like something small, like you would keep on the side of your your belt pouch. Empty, just an empty bag.
I don't trust that.
Is it magical?
Yes, there is a magical,
Catchphrase,
well,
Logan.
Titus, yes, there is a magical aura coming off of it.
I will convey all of this to them as they
That's,
go
yeah,
through
you had
things.
already said you're going to communicate all of the magical stuff. So
Yeah.
And then
And I'll
Um,
tell them to start making a pile because I can identify 7 things right now, but then I cannot cast anything else.
Hey, Ben, do you want us to make a pile?
I want you to make a pile.
I love
and-
that.
And I'm sorry you don't like my accent.
I
but-
love it.
Accent.
That's why I pointed it out. I love it so much.
so
Okay.
basically, if he just talks like Forrest Gump and you just talk like Audrey, you guys are
Janae.
both going to be completely happy for the rest of the session.
Renee, Audrey.
You don't know me, but yeah. maybe.
Audrey.
I'm not a smart man, but I know how to feed a smart man to a carnivorous plant. Audrey.
All I could think about was Audrey.
So then there is, as you reach back in there, now you're getting to some of the more deeply buried items. You pull out what looks like a wooden case, like a wooden case that's probably about, it goes almost all the way back, so probably 2.5, 3 feet long by maybe 6 to 8 inches tall to maybe another 6 to 8 inches. So kind of like a square case with a hinge that will open and a lock to keep it closed. The case itself, not magical.
And that's it.
But
Something
something
in it.
inside it might be.
And then finally, in the very back, and you're not really sure what this is, but as you reach back, strange glittering lighting prismatic effect back there as you reach in. Kind of for a second, you think maybe there's a cache of coins back there with the way that it's reflecting. Definitely something metallic. You reach in and just grab hold, and immediately your hands feel scales as you grab hold and pull out.
The head of a dragon.
Yeah.
I'll be done.
A whole dragon. There's just a dragon in there.
Sorry.
Roll
there's just a
initiative.
And you pull out
Yeah, Matt's cabin.
a suit of scale mail,
Okay.
and that is it. It is now exhausted.
Okay.
Was there
let's-
anything aside from that one box that's not magical that we got?
There is
The
not
oil.
everything.
Okay.
The oil is magical.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm gonna say we don't need to identify the arrows yet. So that brings us down to like 8 other items. So if we want to identify 7, let's figure out which 7 we
I
want to
can
identify.
do one myself.
Okay, so that's
Um,
so that's 8. So we can do everything but the arrows. I don't think we super need the arrows identified right now.
Can I do a roll with my alchemy equipment to see if I can identify any of the potions by sight?
Yes, go ahead and roll your intelligence modifier plus your proficiency bonus because you are proficient in the alchemy kit.
Yeah, maybe we don't wanna.
Three potions, so 3 rolls.
So
Okay, so you get
whoa.
you get 2 of the 3.
Okay.
And actually, with the statistical odds of rolling a 20 back to back being 1 in 400, you get all 3. I don't.
I
care what the
identify
first result
I
was.
identify both potions, and then a 4th potion materializes in my hand.
Okay, so saving the time for identify, I will tell you that with the double 20, I'm telling you what the oil is too. So the potions are a potion of greater healing, which is easy enough to identify on sight. You're like, I know what that is. A potion of fire breath, and hold on, sorry. And a potion of growth.
Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
I had to look up my notes because I have it wrong on the screen here. But yeah, potion of growth, potion of fire breath, potion of greater healing.
And the
And the-
oil?
Oil is oil of slipperiness.
Nice.
Go figure. Alright, and so that leaves like,
Yep.
I guess we can identify the arrows then. Since that subtracts 3 from the 8, so,
Hmm.
and then Exagora can do 1. So that
Mhm.
leaves 4 things for Titus to identify. So if you
Alright.
wanna identify the ring that you took, Ed.
I'll do that later.
I think if my math is right, I think that saves it for everything.
Okay. So so like as you have cleared out the stash now, and Felix just kind of looks over everybody's shoulder and is like, good work, everyone. We can identify on the road. I would like to get the hell out of this town.
Absolutely.
I concur, doctor.
Alright, so Xanthion will pick up the, just pick up, I'll just pick up stuff and start. If Petra said she wanted the cloak, there you go, Petra. Here you go, Titus, and he hands him the oil, unless Emma took it already. Just
Oh,
starts
hey.
handing stuff out.
Sorry, point of order here. My bad. The armor is not magical. There is no
Okay.
magical aura coming off of the armor.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
I will grab the box with the hinge and we'll hand the scale mail to Ed Exagora.
While this is
Okay.
going on, is there access to whoever lived here's bedroom?
Yeah, it's actually just kind of like one of the next rooms. It's
I'm
like
Sly
there's-
dog.
I'm just going to look in the bedroom because I don't know. If I'm a wizard and I will really want to keep something secret, I'll hide it somewhere other than I don't know. We'll see. Just
It's
looking
okay.
in there.
Just
All
admit
right.
you're a freak. It's okay.
I'm a freak. I'm looking for the sex box.
roll me
The toy box.
roll me an investigation check. Okay. Tossing the bedroom. There are no, and you're supremely confident of this with a 22 investigation as the rest of the party is sorting out the magical items. There is no hidden like alcoves, hidden cache, hidden safes in this. Looking through, it's all personal belongings.
Spell books.
There is not a spell book. So if this was a spellcaster who owned this establishment, more than likely either a
He's got them on him.
not well or not a wizard.
Right.
You do find some personal effects. There is there's a vanity with a mirror and a chair in front of it. And on this, you do find a vial of liquid that at first you think might be a potion. You look it up and you look at it and it says shell polish. And then,
You have to take it for Morlo.
and
We
then
have to.
looking over the bed, there is a framed portrait hanging of a male and female turtle.
Would it be messed up?
Steal it.
Morlo,
Would it be offensive if we asked Marlo if he knew who they were?
is there a window to where I can see Morlo outside?
Yeah, there is a shuttered window in the bedroom.
You
I'm
just
gonna,
chuck the photo out to him.
I'm
Marlo,
gonna,
do you know these guys?
I'm gonna open the window and be like, Morlo, is it okay out there?
You open the window and like Morlo, who's just kind of standing, looking around, his neck snaps over toward you, like just like
His
it's
neck
like-
snaps and he drops to the floor.
yeah, he turns too hard and kills himself. Sorry, Scott, making a character. And he just looks over at you and it's like, so far so good.
I think you might want to come in here. Seriously.
Why?
I found turtle polish, like shell polish. And this bed, it looks like something you would want to sleep in.
Way to go with the subtlety.
We're really
Uh,
trying to
there,
get him in there
Titus.
without trying to be like, hey, we need to know if you know these two turtles that you may have never known in your life.
Petra's just gonna be like, way to go, Titus. I'll keep watch. Morlo, we just need your help investigating. Thank you. You're the best. Mwah.
Petra, before
She's
you
gonna-
go,
Oh,
can you cast knock on this lock real quick?
What are you trying to unlock?
The box with the lock on it.
It's not locked. There's just a latch on it.
Oh, okay. I'll flip the latch up and open. I thought you said a lock.
no, no,
that's
no,
why.
wait,
No,
wait,
a
wait, wait,
latch.
wait. No. Petra's gonna be like, yeah, sure. And then she's just gonna flip open the latch and then open it for him and then walk away. Be like, all right, I'll be outside.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
No
so-
problem, honey bunny.
So, as you flip open the case, you do see that it is in fact the contents that are magical. And what this is, originally you think it's two rods, laid side by side, but looking at it, you realize they're both wooden. They're not metal, except for at the very end of one, there is a metal like fixture at the end. And then you notice on the end of the other one, there is like another metal fixture. One would be to like a bolt and the other one would be like a screw to be
Okay.
screwed together.
Oh.
When screwed together, it is slightly less than 6 feet long. In an art, like a kind of an ornate carving of snake scales on the bottom half that flow up to the head of a python.
Emma screws it together and just chucks it at Emma.
Wait, sorry, I'm kind of zoned out. What was it? What is it?
It's a
It's a
snake staff.
It's a snake staff in 2 parts put in a carrying case.
There, and Xanthan just throws it at you. The full like 5'11" staff.
Emma's gonna try and get. Emma catches it and kind of like fumbles it for a minute and oh, cool. Thank
It's
you.
fully like 3 feet taller than Emma.
Yeah.
Okay, so Morlo comes in. Titus joins you in the master bedroom of this establishment.
I'm just gonna hand him the turtle wax, and I'm gonna be like, I'm not saying you might know him, but you know, you might know him. Or I don't know, there might be something you would like. I mean, I've never seen you wax your shell. Is that something we need to do?
I haven't had a good shell buff in years.
Aw.
Well, I mean, I can cast a spell and just let it go at you all night.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
Just like the slow, like
my
looking down
love.
at the shell polish, so just like the slow look over at you.
Aw.
You're not my type, Titus.
And
my
then
darling.
looks up at the portrait above the bed. Yeah. I don't know him, but if I had to guess, this place probably belongs to the woman.
Our question out of game. Are turtles matriarchal?
Not necessarily, no.
Oh, okay. Just curious.
That's a fair question. We've asked dumber questions before.
I feel like it's not a dumb question. Okay, fuck
I
you.
was just stating that
Just
we've
kidding.
definitely asked dumber questions before. I asked you to unlock a box that was unlocked
You did. You
like
did.
5 minutes ago.
I know.
Anyways, yeah, so Morlo says, yeah, if I had to guess, this place probably belongs to the woman.
You hear Petra go, yeah, from outside.
Well,
Oh,
I just,
women.
you know, if we ran into someone of my race, I would want to be shown around, or so I was
Trying
just
to be
trying.
as unproblematic as possible.
I'm I'm just trying to help you here, Morlo. I mean, you're kind of a scary guy. I don't know how to approach you, so I'm just going to be blatant right now and just be honest. It's just me trying to help and us bridge this gap of you always so quiet and everything. And now I believe I have talked so much, I've made this moment even more awkward. So I'm walking away now.
At this point, X is just standing there leaning against the wall, like staring at all this, eating an apple that nobody knows where he got it from.
Question, can Petra hear this from the door she's guarding?
This is loud enough that everybody can hear this.
Okay.
Yes.
Petra's
Titus,
gonna
just
yell
stop
up.
talking.
Petra's gonna yell up. He just means you're a hard read, Morlo. We love ya.
And then I'm going to mumble, well, the last time we really had any kind of conversation, he tried to eat my face.
That was hot.
Emma's going to walk
I
over
want your
to
intro, I guess.
Titus and put the staff in his hands and be like, "Shut up and identify this."
And Felix is like, okay, yes, but let's do it on the road. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll do it in the wagon.
We don't have a wagon.
We don't have a wagon. There are no horses. The horses are zombies.
All right,
We're just
I
gonna
will-
start booking it to the forest.
let's go.
Do you
And
say
then
that out
John will
loud?
Lead the way.
We need exit music, Petra.
Does Xanthion say that out
Let's
loud?
get the
Just gonna
fuck
start booking it
out
to the
of here.
forest.
Let's get the fuck out of
That was
here. We
just a
gotta go. We
general
have no
statement that
horses.
Logan said out loud.
Let's get the fuck out of here. We good? Can we go?
At this point, you're basically being shoved out of the town.
While Petra's scatting the rest of the song. Dip,
Give me
dip,
the bop,
da,
bop.
ba, ba, ba. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Woo hoo hoo hoo.
Where are we trying to go? Are we trying to go to Sorvel?
I would strongly recommend Cervelle, says Felix.
All right, let's head that. I'll try to find I'll start trying to find our way.
Like that's a good point, though. We probably do need to have a conversation about this. I think Sorvel is the smartest place for us to go. I can talk to the conclave. We can see exactly what is known. We know that if we want to go after this subject Zed in Lockmead, then we're probably going to want to try to get there as quickly as we can, and that would mean magical transportation.
Sold. Xanthion just starts walking.
I believe right now we should worry about getting to our first night's rest. In the morning, we'll decide which way to go from there.
Okay, so
If
and-
we need to
Xanthion will
teleport,
lead us in the direction of Sorvel.
if
Got
we
it.
really need to teleport, wouldn't Alborn be the better choice?
and Felix just looks and is like, I don't trust the Albon, do you?
They'll do some things for money.
Well,
We all.
again, just the slow look over at you at Xanthion from Morlo this time. Well,
We would be more likely to run into someone capable of teleporting us that distance and willing to do it for money than we would be in Sorvale. Am I right?
There's more information to be had in Sorvel.
I'm just looking at the whole group. I would assume that, wouldn't you all?
I feel like there's questions that need answered in Sorvel that only they will answer.
Out of game question. Aaron
Yes.
is wondering if he likes your map. He's wondering if you made it from something. I don't know what he said.
incarnate,
Use incarnate.
incarnate.
Rad.
He likes it. That's
Cool.
all.
Really cool.
Thank you. So, all right, as Titus looks around at the rest of the party like this, Felix just kind of reaches down underneath the breastplate of his half plate and he pulls up the locket, the pendant that he has on the necklace around his neck. And it's a little glass vial of his blood.
Kinky.
In a silver setting, and it just says, "This is our inn in Sorvel with the Sabian Conclave." Now, I don't know what kind of wizards are running around the Alban. I've never been there, but I can tell you that there is no shortage of people that will be able to teleport us wherever we need to go if I can get on their good graces. And I've already begun with this. He tucks it back down under his breastplate.
I can get on people's good graces. How many people do I gotta screw? You just tell me.
All
I got
of them.
this.
Every single
Oh
one,
my
the
God,
entire
best day
city.
ever.
I also really
Let's do
appreciate
it.
you laughing at my joke, Aaron. Thank you.
Then I'm gonna look at Felix and be, well, then by all means, let's go. I didn't know you had this capability.
Let's get to screwing.
Well, I
You're
didn't.
all secretive. You don't tell us everything. You need to stop being daddy and just give us information.
It
Papa
was
Felix,
right
just
after
share with
we.
us.
It was right after we got rescued at Verine Manor, and
Oh, like that. We haven't had any moments to talk since then.
you were there.
Mm-hmm.
It's also been a
Yeah.
loaded couple of days.
I
for
get
us.
it. I get it. I get it. You know, you just leave
Xanxian
us
just starts
out.
walking away. And just
It's
starts
okay
leading
if
in
you're
the direction
bottling
of
things
Sorvel.
up, Felix. It's okay. You can open up to us though, sweetie. And she's gonna pat him on the cheek and say, "It's okay, Papa Felix. You share whenever you're ready. Don't let them pressure you." And she's gonna just keep walking like an asshole that she is.
Felix just kind of watches most of the party continuing on, and then just eventually starts walking in the same direction.
I'm gonna be like, that building over there's not on fire, Felix.
That's a tree.
Still, it's not on fire.
It
All right.
could be with your help.
So walking and casting, is that what the plan is here?
Yeah, if I'm able to walk and cast, I'll identify what everybody needs identified if they really want me to use the spell slots.
Xanthion's not gonna have you burn a spell slot right now on the
But
arrows.
if
You can
anybody
ritually
feels
cast.
I can ritually cast, but then I don't know if I can do that moving.
You
Oh
can.
yeah, there's nothing that says you can't.
Can Morley
Okay.
put you on his shoulders?
It's not required to be stationary to cast a spell.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise there's no way you could move and cast a spell on your turn. Like there's going to be overlap there. So yeah,
Perfect.
absolutely. You can definitely burn through this ritually. It's just going to take, like an hour, but you guys are walking. So
There we go. Man,
Okay.
my face looks like a weeble wobble.
I love that Ed is just pink. And also, Ed, I love your gloves.
Thank
Those
you.
are rad.
Thank you.
Those
They're
gloves are-
actually, they're carpal tunnel gloves, but they're also made for like gaming. If you get, hang on, they got like really good grippy stuff on them. So yeah,
Hell yeah. They look badass.
thank you. Thank you.
I love his glasses. I love that tinted glasses.
did you
Yeah.
They
say
don't have golden sperm on them, Ben.
Did-
So
did
No,
you
that
say-
was,
yeah.
I don't
Did
have
you-
that HMO. Yeah.
did you say that they have groupie stuff on them?
Grippy.
Oh, grippy. Okay.
Yes.
Groupie sucks.
Yeah.
Well, nobody can beat the golden sperm glasses. I mean,
No,
You-
no, I'm
Thanks.
afraid.
I don't
Thanks, Ben.
even
not-
know.
You weren't
You
there.
guys are
You weren't there,
now
man.
you guys are now in possession of a cloak of elven kind.
I
who wants
don't know
it?
what that means, but it sounds exciting.
Petra had it, so we can just give it to Petra.
Petra took it for fashion reasons and no other reason.
A
Makes you so
bag
cute.
of tricks.
Cloak of Elvenkind gives like
A
stuff.
bag of
Is that the
tricks?
purse?
The item
The
is
bag of
known
tricks
as
is
a
it has a
bag of
bunch of
tricks.
fuzzy balls in it that you can throw and they turn into animals.
This is Petra's.
Yeah,
I-
I agree.
So I wasn't able to say, but I was gonna say that Petra took anything that was fashionable,
As
like the
soon
purse
as I
thingy.
identify this and it's the bag of tricks, I'm gonna be like, Petra, you want
It's-
this?
It's so pretty. Yes, please.
This
she's
is
not
how
gonna
you,
know what
and
it
then
is.
I'm gonna tell her how she operates it. This is how you operate it. Reach in, pull one out, I guess throw it. I mean, what's the bag of tricks? Let's send it over into the chat. So everybody
Petra
sees.
just wants a good purse, but yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know out of game what a bag of tricks is.
Let me find it and send it over for you.
You're the best.
And the Cloak of Elvenkind, doesn't that give you a like boost to
Is
stealth?
it a gray
Yes,
bag
it's a
of
stealth
tricks?
boost.
Rust. It is a rust bag of tricks.
Rust bag of tricks.
Red and green go so well together. She's so happy with this color combo.
It's Christmassy.
So basically what you have here is it's a bag full of plushies.
How
when
do
you
I
pull,
send this over?
when you pull a plushie out and throw it, it transforms into a creature. And then you can use it's a creature is friendly to you and your companions. It takes its actions on your turn. You can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes on its next turn, or give it general orders such as to attack your enemies.
There, it's over in the chat now. You can see it.
Oh my god, that's the cutest fucking item I've ever heard. Giant goat? Shannon, what have you done?
And I'm gonna be like, see, I told
it-
you, this is perfect for you.
Giant screaming goats, please.
I love that there is both a goat and a giant goat.
Make sure to add that to your inventory because you got 3 charges with it.
3
I'm
charges
gonna be
per
too
day.
busy crying
per
over
day.
the cuteness of this
How many-
object. I'm
Can
sorry.
you only use it 8 times or is it like,
No. You can use it 3 times a day, then you can't use it until the next dawn.
Petra's gonna give that
that's
to
insane?
give that to Emma because I feel like Emma will be smarter with it because Petra's just gonna want to throw those little fuzzies at everybody and spread the love.
That's kind of
so-
what we're going for.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
Emma's
like-
gonna do, no, Emma would do the same thing.
Okay, but yeah, she realizes that Emma would have more fun with it, and Petra will just take the cloak.
Everything that
and
summons an animal Emma has received. She's got the
she's gonna
wondrous
sacrifice that
figurine.
love.
And
for Emma.
honestly, I cannot imagine anything more thematic than Emma making it rain small woodland creatures in battle.
Like, are they like little tribbles? Do they look like little tribbles until you throw them?
Until you throw them and they land, and then they morph into a full-size animal.
This is the best item ever.
I see like Emma riding a mastiff in the future.
All right, well, somebody add that to their inventory, whoever's
I
got
added it.
Do it to it.
And then
You are also the proud new owner of a Staff of the Python.
I'm sure that's cool. Good job,
Oh.
Emma.
Staff of the Python. Let me add that.
I'm curious about Ed's ring that none of us know he has.
And let's see here. The armor is not magical, but it is it is made of adamantine. It is adamantine scale mail.
Xanthion's gonna take that.
Like Wolverine? Just kidding. I know it's different.
No shame. Xanthion's taking that scale mail.
So mark that you have adamantine scale mail.
Woo!
Oh my god, this becomes a huge fucking snake.
Yeah.
That's
I'm just
pretty awesome.
imagining Emma takes the staff of the python, throws it up in the air, it turns into a snake. She hits somebody with the staff of the adder. It also turns into a snake. And then
Emma-
another snake falls on top of it.
Emma
Petra
really
is shipping
is.
both of the staffs now. She's like, I want them both to be in a relationship. I love this for them.
And
Put 'em on dates.
then Emma transforms into a huge snake. So it's
Oh my
just
God.
raining snakes.
Emma really is turning into the Disney princess from hell.
Xanthion is now immune to critical hits.
Yep.
Woo!
And okay. And let me see here. I think that was the
Shannon?
last of it. Yes.
The arrows.
I know it's not.
I would think at least identifying one of the arrows would be a good idea, because if it is an arrow of fireball and you shoot it at something really close to us, that could
Plus,
be
if we
bad.
identify one, we've identified them all.
Probably. It's more likely that way. I would
Oh.
trust it better to at least have an idea.
Well, he said they all have the same aura. Shannon,
Yes.
I know it's not in the object, but can we make one of the balls a snake?
I mean, we kind of have to at this point, don't we?
We can change out the goat for just a snake, since there's
Well-
already a giant goat.
Let's not be too hasty. We can't
Yeah.
have too many goats.
Yeah, there's gonna be a snake in there. I'll get with you about how, but it's absolutely required at this point.
After you've used 3 charges, the third one you throw, no matter what, it's always a snake.
Too many snakes?
Too many snakes.
Oh
Oops,
my
all
god.
snakes.
Everybody gets inspiration.
I already had it. Woo!
Oh my god. Okay. Ed, is Exagora trying to identify the ring, or what are we doing here? You are muted.
Yeah, you're muted, my man.
Sorry, microphone reset on me. Yeah, he does cast identify.
Okay, so you are in possession of a ring of water walking.
Dope.
Nice.
Please add that to your inventory so you don't forget that you
Jesus.
have it.
Let me go ahead and just cast.
Yes,
this
it is a
real quick.
ring of Jesus. That's exactly what it is.
You
Indeed.
become
That a cat
omnipotent.
would love. Just
Ring,
saying.
ring of water walking is what it is, you said?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
And what's my
And-
quiver full of?
+1 arrows.
Okay.
Snakes.
So you have 20 +1 arrows that turn into a snake. Only while in midair shooting, and then turns back into an arrow right before it hits the target.
Hey,
Honestly, I'm
Shannon,
okay with that.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's up,
Shannon.
Isaac? Or
What are
Sydney, I'm
my
sorry.
what are my chances of getting the age-old spell sticks to snakes?
We'll confer. All right. So
Sorry, it's a thing.
Xanthion is pressing eastward, east by southeast toward Sorvel.
Yes.
And I think it's Rangers just simply can't get lost, right? when they're
Yeah,
in the party.
except by magical means.
Yeah. All right. So are we trying to press in a full day of travel here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Until Xanthon's gonna move until someone tells him to stop.
Okay.
Where
So
is Sorvel on the map again? I'm sorry, I'm trying to look, but I can't
that's all
find
right.
it.
It is right there.
Oh my god.
And you are right here. It is
Thank-
about it is about a 2-day trip. It is about a 2-day trip on foot, maybe 2.5. Let's see here.
See,
Titus is saying this out loud. Is there any way that any of us can hide our tracks behind us? Because of who we know were in the city? We really don't want to be followed.
have Morlo drag his axe behind all of it, so it's just one big trail
It's
of
one big trail.
one big thick trail that covers all our tracks.
And
Problem
that's how the
solved.
Grand Canyon was created in this world.
Amen.
No, Felix just looks around and says, well, does anybody know Pass Without Trace?
I don't. I was
Yeah, I
just
don't
hoping
have
that
it.
maybe one of you all might had it.
I do not. I wasted a spell on find traps. We've already established this.
You can switch that out anytime you finish a long rest, right?
Well, yeah, but by the time I haven't finished a long rest yet.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I will definitely swap it out now that I
Okay.
know that it's the worst spell.
Yeah, it is literally the worst spell. Okay.
I made sure that we have a way to get our rest now without being interrupted. I do have a spell for that.
Felix just kind of perks up. Like, oh, do tell.
The lemon and Lubin. I can't really pronounce his name, but it's like it makes this tiny bubble that we all can go in.
Oh, Leoman's Tiny Hut.
Yeah, I thought it
Tiny
was.
bubbles.
I thought it was like lemonade. Lemonade's tiny hut.
Yeah, I mean,
Lemonade's
that's
Tiny
basically the
Hut.
same thing.
Yeah,
Liminal.
I always pictured a little lemonade stand that just pops up there.
Lanolin's tiny hut.
Sydney, is your cat being carried, walking beside you? What's the plan? Sydney.
I am mute. I'm
are
gonna
muted.
say that they are walking beside me.
Okay. So just kind of like weaving through your legs in that
Mhm.
way of like almost tripping you with literally every step you take, but just
Yeah.
not quite. Yep.
Every
Um,
now
Pantheon
and
will
then
take pass
Emma's
without
like,
trace at a long rest.
every now and then Emma's leaning down to pet it or pick it up, and
mhm. Okay.
I love when cats do that in such a precise way that it never trips you. And they're just like, shoo, 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 shoo. It's so adorable.
But just enough to make sure that you step on their tail once every 300 steps so that you feel like
Yeah.
a jerk.
Give you a reason to bite your ankle or something.
Okay. Could someone please roll me a D20?
I want
I
to do
will
it.
do, oh, okay, you do it this time. My luck's probably run its course.
I rolled a 7 last time.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, you know what? I'm rolling from now on. Just
I miss
kidding,
Jim
it's
when
fine.
he used to roll nat 20s on random
Right?
rolls, and then a
Didn't
100.
he roll like 2 100s once?
He rolled a 100 and then a nat 20 right after.
All right. Who is, yeah, because that's when you guys got the goblin with the wand of wonder. That
And
was
then
the
killed
best.
Xanthion.
So Xanthion is leading the party. So you're the one
Correct.
who's like keeping on track. So you can't be the lookout. Who is the lookout?
I'll do it.
Okay. Roll
I want
me
that.
roll me a perception check, please.
Hang on. I just rolled,
Hanging on.
according to this, it's a 16, but my D20 shut down. So hang on. Hang on. There we go. What is it? If you want to go by that, it was a 16.
16. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So at about the same time, Ed, you notice
Mhm.
on to the south, maybe south by southeast, so not in your direction of travel. You notice it just as you hear Felix say, "What is that?" and points. And
Look
I'll
and
be
see.
right. And I'll be
Yep.
right back.
What is that? And then Felix dropped to the ground dead with an arrow in his throat. I will also say Xanthion is now has disadvantage on stealth checks
Oh, because of the armor.
because of the scale mail. Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't
That's
need to
pretty
be
cool, though.
sneaky anymore. He gets big.
Yeah. He's went the other way. Yeah. Excuse me.
Oh heck. There we go.
Does anybody have any abilities to resist poison? Or spells?
I could prepare.
Or maybe potions?
I could prepare protection from poison, but then I can't prepare pass without trace.
Is that something you cast on you? I'm talking
Uh,
about later when we try to actually open that chest. Since
It
it
says
actually
touch,
poisoned-
so
Since it actually poisoned me, however we get it to open later when we get stationary.
I thought it did necrotic damage.
I'm starting to think maybe I could pick it because of my stats on sleight of hand, lock picking.
Are we
everything
talking?
else.
Sorry, guys. Are we talking about the chest?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys never attempted to search for or disarm any traps on that. So like Titus just went for it, not knowing whether it was trapped or not. So you guys
Was it-
have not examined it enough to know if whatever that is.
Ed needs to examine it, honestly, I think, so.
What kind of damage did it do to Titus?
Necrotic.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
so
what I
yeah,
thought.
Severe. Yeah.
Poison wouldn't.
Yeah, it almost killed me. I only had 4 hit points left.
Yeah,
so,
so,
I
protection from
fucked
poison wouldn't really
up.
help.
I fucked
Okay.
up.
So we'll get back to that in just a second, but Ed, as right before you hear Felix say that, you notice to the south, maybe a little bit to the east, high in the air, this group of 6 birds that seem to be flying in a formation, 2, 2, and 2, and staggered out. Like kind of arrow form, but nobody at the point.
Right.
What's interesting is like these are pretty far away. Like these are probably kind of close to the horizon, but like discernible shapes, not just like little dots. So these
Right.
are obviously very large birds. And they're just kind of flying in steady formation.
Like just like condor soaring, no flapping.
Right.
Right.
And
Are
Felix.
they heading toward us?
Nope, they are heading from east to west. So they are kind of going toward the area, but they're also pretty far south of you. So they are going like toward the Amber Vale.
Those are birds. Extremely large birds.
Felix is Titus. Don't you have a spyglass?
Let me check my inventory. Spyglass. I thought I did, but didn't I give it to Emma or somebody?
Well, and Felix just says, well, I know somebody has a spyglass because we've used it before.
I don't have it in my inventory.
Yeah,
I
I
do
might
not
have,
have
it
it.
might be in Felix's inventory. Because I know I bought one. And it's not in my inventory, and I'm usually really good about keeping things in and out of my inventory. So I gave it to somebody. Somebody has it.
But it,
I was not wanting to come on.
Okay, I will.
What time is it?
It's 8:23.
Can you please finish at 8:30?
No, but I'll finish as soon as I can. And so Felix just kind of frustratedly puts his hands on his hips, just looking around. He's like, well, somebody has to have it.
Well, I don't have, it's not in my
Reaches
inventory.
down, picks up, pulls out a spyglass. Without a word, just expands it and looks through it.
Hey, Felix, is it you that has it? Do you have the spyglass, Felix?
This is just shut up.
Yeah, stone faced. You notice the look on his face kind of like becomes somber. And he hands, without saying a word, he hands the spyglass over to you, Titus.
hey, oh,
I'll look through it.
So you can make out not fine details, but you can make out that these are definitely birds that are at least the size of a horse. And you can also make out the silhouette of a rider on each one of them.
I don't want a bird.
The Parassian regiment of the Trirexian Legion, which is basically the army of Trirexia, has a division known as the Sky Claws. They are soldiers who ride either griffins or hippogriffs, and they're considered to be like not necessarily the elite, the most elite, but they are pretty high ranking in the affairs of the Parassus military. You are familiar with that, having been born and raised in Parassus.
Do we want their attention?
I'm just curious what they're doing out this way.
Well, they're heading toward the Amber Veil, whatever they're doing.
Why would they be heading away from the city instead of toward it?
I'm gonna strain and see if I can see anything on the ground in the horizon. Maybe they're leading something out, leading a convoy or something.
I don't know if we should trust anyone coming from Parasus.
Do you see anything with the glass? Like anything on the ground? Maybe they're leading an escape party or leading a Convoy.
I hand the glass to X so he can look.
okay, look.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
There's something going on in the Amber Veil.
I
know
dropped the
one-
glass.
I know one person who might have an answer, but we need to send expel to talk to them.
Dislocate my shoulder.
And is X saying this, or I'm sorry, is Xanthion saying this, or is this just table talk?
This is Xanthion saying this.
Felix looks over at you and says, who?
My dad.
You're thinking of the Shrouded Weald. The Amber Veil is where Elmswain and Bright Hollow is.
Yes.
This is the Amber Veil.
My dad.
This is the
dad.
Shrouded Weald.
Need to zoom out a little bit more. There we go.
Yep. Good looking out though, but yeah, you just had the wrong location.
Yeah.
And you guys watch as, and yes, Ed X sees nothing. And
You accidentally just looked at the ground the whole time?
Yeah, I did.
as they then curve and turn in midair and start heading due south.
Are they
So they're
heading
heading
towards
to-
Elmswayne?
Elmswayne, yeah.
From where you are at, due south would not necessarily be toward Elmswain. Elmswain is about a day further west from you.
So Felden,
Due south of you would be either Felden, Steingarten, or toward Lockmead, if they're going the long way.
And that would be, the long way would really be the way they would have to go with birds like that, right?
How do you mean?
I mean, magic teleporting that many. Well, I mean, how would guards like that normally travel? I mean, if I'm from Parasus, I would know of them traveling out of Parasus. Would they use magic means to travel or would they just fly?
They would just fly.
So they would fly to Lockmead if that's where they were going.
Yeah.
I didn't even see Lockmead down there.
I convey all that information.
Mhm.
I mean, can we get any sort of sense of how far south of us they are? Like, are they between us and Felden, or are they way farther away than that? Any idea?
Oh, you can't, from where you're at, you can't see all the way to Felden, even on the horizon.
Could
Well,
I
then that means they're
theoretically,
north of Felden then, so.
Yeah, so, yeah, they're pretty close to the horizon from where you're seeing. You just kind of spotted them. Just noticing like, oh, those are some big birds.
Yeah.
Big bird.
Petra's pupils
Well,
go
the
really
odd thing
big.
is, if they're heading to Lockmead, they would have left south out of Parasus, not west and then down. You know what I mean?
Unless they're just trying to take a direct route south afterwards.
Maybe.
Aren't we headed toward Lockmead?
that's where we need to go.
Yeah.
If they're
Could-
headed
That's a
in that
Far
general
walk.
direction.
I'm just gonna point that out.
Could,
Yeah.
could
Is it-
major image get their attention or are they too far?
They're probably too far. I mean, they're miles
good
and
idea,
miles
though.
away.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like a big sexy bird to look
Yeah.
our way.
Just starts
In
dancing
drag.
up there.
Please describe a sexy bird for me, please.
Bugs Bunny, but in drag. Like we've all
Yeah.
seen it. We know. You know, we were all attracted to Bugs Bunny and drag. It's okay. You can admit
yeah.
it.
I think I
Elmer Fudd was too. It's okay.
Disturbingly so, yes.
Well, Bugs Bunny walked so we could all run.
And remember to take that left to the Albuquerque.
This does not bode well, Felix.
Petra, yeah,
Okay,
Petra's
so-
pupils widen. She's like, We could follow the birds," and her ears like flatten against her skull.
They're gonna travel a lot faster than we are.
Yeah.
That's
I
fine. We
mean,
could follow them.
Are they
I
normally
love
like a
birds.
scouting unit or are they like
Petra,
reinforcements?
calm down.
They're really big though. Like we should follow them.
Petra wants to
Diggity.
eat the birds.
Let's go
So-
find the birds.
Felix says the Sky Claws they're combat troops. They are essentially mounted archers from the sky.
Oh my
That's so
god. Yeah,
We're
I
not
want to
force-fits
eat
then.
them.
I want a big bird to fly with.
I want to eat them. Let's go
No,
get them.
Petra, bad. Get the spray bottle.
But
So they've
if-
sent out some sort of distress call, either that or they know. And they're just sending in reinforcements because,
Or they're scouts.
but they're
yeah,
going
Either way,
away
I wanna
from the
eat 'em.
city.
out of game. What was Interlock Meat again? That's
Like-
where,
Gray Fate Manor.
yeah, so they're heading toward Great Fate.
Well,
Your humble
If-
abode.
Possibly.
if they're going that far,
Yeah,
yes.
they're
Yeah,
possibly heading
there's a
toward Great
couple
Fate.
cities in between.
There's a couple of cities in between, and
That's
technically,
true.
like if they could then veer, like they could then veer west between Felden and Steingarten to get to Elmswain. They could veer west past Steingarten to get to Brandybrook. They could be heading to Drumdorf in the Southern Spires, which is the Dwarven citadel.
Fair.
I guess you were right, X. I feel like if they're going to Lockmead, they would have taken the more like diagonal direct route there.
I mean, I would think, unless they were just trying to get some distance from the city. The other thing too is.
Maybe they're trying to lead something away.
Possibly. Maybe a decoy.
Does anyone
But-
have any contacts in Parasus?
Titus, have
can
you heard
talk
anything
to
about?
Can't remember.
I can
Felix.
talk. I
I'm sure
can-
Petra does.
I'm gonna pull out my ring and I'm
sure
gonna
I do
look
too.
at it. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my ring and I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna be like, I can talk to someone in Parasus.
Just enough.
And as you do that, Felix
So
actually
sweet.
reaches his hand out and like puts the hand over the ring, like covering it. And he says, you don't have to do that to yourself. I can send a message to the king.
What is that?
Someone's got friends in high places.
Hoity toity.
And he just looks over at you and he says, I would not call him a friend.
I put something in the group chat
I don't
that I
know,
made.
but
Peeking.
all right. And I put the ring away. And then I
Oh,
look,
Oops,
My
us.
God.
Damn it.
Is why Emma's been so quiet the last like 20 minutes?
Sydney, is that what you've been doing? I love you so much.
Oh my God.
But also, I'm gonna be writing fanfic about the staff of the adder and the staff of the python, about how they fall in love and oops all snakes. We're gonna have a whole happy family of snakes on our hands here in a few.
Hang on.
Ah,
This is exceptionally important.
You-
Hang
I
on.
love
should-
this for you.
you should add sticks and snakes and have 2 little sticks in the back for your staffs.
Sydney, you're my hero.
This is awesome.
Oops, all snake.
I love that. That's my favorite meme. The oops all whatever.
There you guys go. Check out the new cover photo of the group chat.
Mm. I love it.
It's been a while.
It has, and it's so fitting.
This has been such a gift. Just the gift of snakes.
Playing D&D with artists is always amazing.
Right? We got the music, we got the art, we got the sass, we got the writing, we got it all, baby. New York's hottest club is Three Kingdoms, the D&D group.
So Felix says, so would you like me to see if I can figure out what's going on?
Yes, please, Papa Felix.
If you'll tell us the truth, sure.
What should I ask?
He couldn't not tell us the truth if he could help it.
We just saw flying, whatever the military's called.
Sky Claws.
We just saw Sky Claws flying south toward wherever you
South.
want to say.
Toward Felden and further south.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there something we should be aware of?
What's Locaxious say?
Does, real
I'm
quick,
dying
does,
to hear
does
from
he
your
have to have
hotter
a
brother.
person he knows, or can he send it to anybody if he knows a name? How does that work?
The spell is a little ambiguous. It says somebody with which you are familiar. So basically, you would have to know more than just a random name. You would have to be aware of the person on a somewhat personal level, not a personal relationship, but know who they are specifically.
I would probably know the head of the Thieves Guild there or something along that line, or Underground. I don't think he would.
That's
know.
a big thing.
Do you think your hotter brother Locaxious would know anything more than you do, Felix? They're brothers, right? I always get
Yes.
them names mixed up. Okay, thank you.
Yes. I doubt it. I'm not exactly sure where he's from. We're talking about my hometown.
Okay, well, I miss him. Will you tell him I miss him? Either way.
Will do next time I talk to him.
Mwah.
And then he starts weaving his fingers with the somatic component of the sending spell. And you see his eyes glow blue as they do whenever he casts a spell, concentrating.
Aw, what a cutie.
And Felix collapses.
Oh, no.
Tries to catch him.
I'll go up and check a pulse.
Roll a medicine check. There is a pulse. It's easy to find a pulse.
Okay, I'm rolling like garbage tonight.
Oh,
The
whoops.
DC was 5.
Well, there, if he
Well,
needs
there was-
healing. I rolled
So he's
it.
alive. And now he has 9 hit points. Does he wake up?
No.
Alchemy? Can just to check him out?
Mac Felix right across the face. Wake up.
Smack, 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 smack.
Someone put his hand in warm water.
Someone draw on his face, quick. Before he wakes up.
Morlo says, does anybody have any smelling salts?
Maybe if,
Do you have smelling salts, Morlo?
put your armpit up to his face, maybe that's the equivalent. I don't know.
Who has the worst breath?
Look
Someone
at
raise
look
their
at
hand.
Emma. Do you have something in your bag of herbs that'll wake him up?
Would I have
just-
something like that as like as part of the alchemy equipment?
No.
Petra's gonna attempt sandpaper kisses on his forehead to see if that freaks him out enough to wake up. She feels like it would, cause he's a
Who are we trying to wake up?
Felix.
Felix.
I don't have thaumaturgy.
She's
I
gonna-
don't have prestidigitation memorized.
Petra does, but
Can
she
I
wants to do the
use-
sandpaper kisses on the forehead.
Oh, can I use
Okay.
Druidcraft to like make the smell of smelling salts?
Sure.
That's
I do that.
interesting. I like that.
So so Xanthion casts Druidcraft, while Petra starts licking Felix's forehead. Nothing. No response at all.
I usually get some sort of reaction from someone. Huh,
Detect magic?
maybe I've lost my touch.
You cast Detect Magic. And sorry, Ben, with an Arcana check of 11, you can't think of anything that this would be. But there is a magical aura surrounding Felix beyond the magical items that are on his person.
Other than like his own aura that he would give up?
Right,
Okay.
right. There is some sort of an effect on him.
Can I zone in to see like what school of magic it's from?
Let's
know if
see
that's-
here.
And you learn its school of magic, if any.
I hope it's the School of Rock.
It's from the magic of inconvenience.
I cast that.
Okay.
Titus
Um,
also passes out. You just hear screaming.
It is, the School of Magic is evocation.
Okay.
20 minutes.
I'll relay that to
I'll be in
everyone,
as soon as I can.
for people
Love
who
you,
are smarter than
Dean.
me.
So this, yeah, the School of Magic is evocation. Are you, let's see here. What is the wisdom saving throw? 16?
Choice.
So you initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature. That does not require a wisdom saving throw. There are two different thought processes going on inside of Felix's mind right now.
And what are they thinking?
All right, so you are going for the deeper thoughts. Wisdom saving throw.
No, he gets surface level slots automatically.
Right.
Going deeper.
Going deeper is like searching for memories and stuff.
So basically there is a conversation happening inside of Felix's mind right now. Like two different minds with each with their own thought process speaking to each other inside of his mind.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna dig to hear what's going on.
Okay.
You be the gossip earpiece. Spill the tea, honey.
And I'll repeat everything I hear.
Thank
And I'll
you.
shape change into Felix when it's Felix talking. And then
Yes.
I'll shape change into this faceless form when it's talking.
I love that for you. You're so extra.
So the way that I'm gonna rule this is saying like the surface thoughts is knowing that there are the two different minds speaking back and forth to each other.
Okay.
Kind of like how you can sit in a restaurant and know that the people at the next table across from you are having a conversation just by hearing like the intonations of their voice, but not knowing what they're saying.
Gotcha.
I will say that trying to listen in is going to require to go deeper.
Okay.
So
I'm
there's
gonna
a
go
wisdom
balls deep.
save. And he rolled a natural 1 on his wisdom save. So at this
Ooh.
point, it has been going on for a while. And you hear Felix's voice say, I didn't intend any offense. I simply needed to know if the king was aware that the Skyclaws are out of the city. And this other voice, a voice that you actually have heard before, the voice that belongs to the court mage of Parassus, who gave warning to everyone that the city had fallen, responds and
I'll shape change into him.
okay, you have no idea what he looks like.
Okay,
Oh,
well then.
Actually, wait, you're from Parassus. There is a chance you would know what he looks like. Yeah, actually you do. So Titus turns into this old man with white hair and a long white beard that's braided as it gets down to his navel, wearing these green and orange and gold robes.
And on his face is a tattoo of saying who he is right across his forehead.
And it says court mage of Parassus. And I don't, gosh darn it, I don't remember what his name is off the top of my head, but I'll get it for you.
His name is Jim Bob.
The description of that man is someone I actually worked with at Lowe's.
Nice.
Archmage Jim Bob.
This is-
Archmage Allen. Alan,
And the voice replies. The
You
king,
may call
aware,
him Tim.
but you would do well not to bother the regent of Parassus. He is exceptionally cautious about who he spends time with these days. Felix's voice replies. So the king lives. The voice of the Archmage comes in. Yes. Yes, he does. And he has important business outside of the city. Felix. He left Parassus. The other voice comes in. The city was lost long before it fell. Felix just at a loss for words, apparently. And then he opens his eyes and sits bolt upright.
at
We
this
have to
point,
go.
Petra, I'm hoping that Petra's still licking his forehead so that when he sits bolt upright, he headbutts her and knocks
Yep.
her back.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Lovely.
Going kind of ass over tea kettle.
She just goes,
and-
fuck.
We have to go. We have to get to Sorvell and we have to figure out what's going on now. And he just gets up and starts cutting a beeline.
All right, so Xanthion's we're still going to Sorvell? That's what he said?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get us there. Just. I can't get lost. You can,
Then by all means, lead the way.
and he'll lead the way.
Okay.
Petra will bring up the rear rubbing her forehead.
Nice. All right. Somebody else roll me a d20, please.
I'll
Okay.
do it this time.
Oh, okay.
Higher than a 7.
Okay.
Woo!
After a full day of travel, you complete the rest of the trip of the day without incident.
Woo!
You have covered slightly less than half of the distance to Sorvell. As the sun begins flirting with the horizon.
Hot.
So, shall we make camp?
Felix and Morlo just kind of look to the rest of the party.
Sure.
And Titus has made camp.
Liam and Tiny Hot.
Love
Okay.
it.
We will never miss sleep again.
Nice.
And then I jump in my bubble.
I'm
Okay.
gonna attune to the staff and while we're
Is there anyone who like doesn't have a breastplate?
I don't
me,
think I do.
Cause I have a +1 breastplate that I can't wear if I have scale mail on. So I was just gonna give it to someone.
I can't have metal.
Okay, then
I don't
you
think I
can't.
can wear heavy armor.
It's just a breastplate.
That's
Breastplate's
me-
medium armor.
It's medium armor.
Yeah,
Let's see what I've actually got. Hang on.
'cause yeah, if you can wear it, I'll just give it to Exagora.
How would that affect me versus the light armor I have on, Jaron?
It gives you a
Alright.
base AC of, sorry, you have a +1 bonus to AC while wearing this armor.
Is Exagora proficient with medium armor?
That's gonna be under. I don't believe I am. No,
It'll be under armor
just under armor.
Yeah.
On the left side of your screen.
with all your other.
Oh, I
proficiencies.
see. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay,
I'm gonna look at Emma and be like, hey, Emma, could you see if Exagore could maybe get in that chest And that you
Oh,
got?
yeah.
Yeah, be glad to give
Um,
it a shot.
Emma's
Um,
gonna just kind of grab the duffel bag and spread it open as wide as she can and just kind of walk backwards with it as the chest comes out.
Yep, and this iron banded chest with the just the iconography all over it of just suffering and pain and horrible scenes of torture and misery.
If you get it open, I'll identify whatever's in it. I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go to the bathroom.
And Emma,
And then I'm
Emma-
walking out of the bubble.
If you walk out of the bubble, it disappears. So if you're
Yeah.
planning on going out
just dig a
somewhere,
hole, just pee in a hole, man.
yeah, we can say that if you haven't cast it yet, knowing that you're going to have to go away from the campsite to relieve yourself if you want.
Or just dig a hole.
Okay.
No judgment.
Yeah, I'll do that. I ain't gonna dig a hole in here. I thought I could step out and back in.
no,
It's just
other people can.
can.
The
Yep.
caster can't.
Ah, well, that sucks. Okay, well, that's okay. All right, I'll just step away.
Okay.
Emma's going to look at Exagora, like knowing that he's planning on popping open a chest that just poisoned or attacked our friend earlier. She's gonna hand him 2 health potions and then go sit on the opposite side of the bubble.
Well, the bubble's
Fair.
gone.
The bubble-
'cause-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the bubble's not there yet.
Yeah. So
Um,
just as literally as far away as you possibly can.
All right, let me add the health potions in just because.
There are
'Cause-
2 normal potions of healing.
Okay,
Ben, is Titus proficient in medium armor and does he want a breastplate?
No, I've got the armor of glamour,
Okay, yeah,
so turns into whatever I want it.
yeah, fair enough.
okay, that's what I've got too, yeah. Okay, so at this point, here's the thing, I've got sleight of hand that I have expertise in, I've got thieves tools. I don't know if I have expertise in that specifically. But I've also got the spell borrowed knowledge that I can actually take. Let's see. One skill in which I am not proficient and have proficiency. So what's the best way to put this together to make sure I have the highest numbers going toward this?
So what exactly are you trying to do?
Well, the chest we're talking about, is it, I mean, I know it's magically sealed and all that, but is it
Searching for traps.
yeah, searching for traps, magical or otherwise, and then depending on what I find, is it just have a lock on it like anything else? Or is it
So there is a lock on it because Titus was attempting to pick the lock.
part of the
When-
chest?
Yes,
I-
it is built into the chest.
So, I mean, I'll search for traps first, and then depending on what we find, I'll pick the lock.
Okay, so make an
Awesome.
investigation check to search for traps.
I love the spell borrowed knowledge so much because every time someone casts it, I imagine them picking up a book on the subject that they're trying to learn about and just smashing their head on it.
Yeah, and I actually am gonna cast that for perception.
Okay. Well,
You might want to
it's
cast
Well,
it
no.
for
investigation
Can you use it
is
for
what you're gonna
tools?
do.
Or investigation, yeah.
Does it say you can use it for a tool proficiency?
Says choose one skill in which you lack proficiency for the spell's duration, you have
Skill, okay.
proficiency in that chosen skill.
Nope. So not tools.
Okay, so perception then. Want me to-
Well, investigation would be what you
Or,
use
Sorry, I
to.
keep doing that, investigation, yeah.
Okay. So make an investigation check and add your proficiency bonus to it. If you're not, Exagora is not already.
you plunged us into darkness.
Okay. So just do this then. Okay, and then I have my proficiency bonus, which what is
Your proficiency
it's
bonus
+4.
is +4, so
21.
21. Okay. So you are investigating around the area of the lock, knowing that an attempt to pick the lock is what triggered the trap on Titus. And
I would
just
investigate the whole chest, but focusing on that specifically.
Right. just above the lock, the keyhole for the lock, you do notice that there is what you initially take to be just a smudge, but looking at it a little bit closer and pulling out one of the magnifying lenses from your thieves' tools just to get a good look at it. It actually looks to be a magical glyph. So this is magically warded.
Do I have any way to know what it is, like what that glyph means specifically?
Well, the assumption being that this glyph is what has tied that that magical effect to anybody that tries to open this.
I got you.
You're not exactly sure what if it's like just literally trying to lift open the lid would cause it. You don't know what the trigger is,
Right.
but you know that it is warded against anybody that is not supposed to be opening it in some way, whether it takes trying to pick the lock. But you now know that the source is magical, which means you know that any magical ward can be dispelled.
Right. Well, it's magically sealed. There's a glyph right here pointing it out to Titus and everybody. Don't touch it, but right there, it looks like I don't know, like a smudge of a fingerprint or something, but that's not it. So
Does anybody
that's
have
the
dispel
source of the
magic?
problem.
I do not.
Wow, you're a wizard. That's like your whole thing.
I've got it. I just don't have it in my spell book yet.
Ah,
If I cast detect magic, would that give me an idea of how strong it is? Maybe how hard it would be to break.
no, I don't think
Oh.
it tells you the spell level. I think it just tells you the
But it's
school
there. Okay.
and whether or not it's magical.
Yeah, there's no getting in there with that still there. I mean, not unless you're the right person, because obviously this is key to someone specific. I don't know if it's key to a specific key or a specific person, but yeah. there's no
We'll
way
have
around
to
it.
stuff it back in the bag and deal with it later.
Unfortunately, it looks like it.
Like it.
What's the chest made out of again? Wood, metal?
Mostly metal. There is some wooden components to it, but it's mostly iron banding.
That's where the ward is, iron banding.
Mhm.
I need a
Understood.
moment, guys, and I'm gonna
I need a
walk
moment.
away.
All right.
I just used my last. Okay. Well, X was going to walk across the room away from it and then cast heat metal and see what happens. But he doesn't have a spell slot, so never mind.
Okay.
Titus is gonna get a pretty good ways away from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna get in the lotus position and he's gonna sit there and put the handy haversack in front of him. And then he's just gonna hold it there for a minute and he's gonna start praying. And he's
Okay.
not really praying to any individual god. He's praying to like all of them.
Okay.
And he's just, what do we do now? We're starting to figure out that my entire race led to all of this. They've destroyed history and erased it from existence and changed the entire path. And you all got together and stopped this mother of woe so long ago. And supposedly this shadow god decided to stick around because he fell in love and made our race. But was sticking around the right thing to do? Look what we've caused. This is ridiculous. My whole life, I've not had anything that's me. I've been programmed to be nothing but a deception, a lie. And that's all my race has ever done. Where do we go?
Hey, man, your race doesn't define you. You can choose a different path if you want. Petra, when she says that, she's gonna try knock one more time. She has one left. She's gonna try it on the thingy.
I highly recommend you do not cast a spell on that chest.
Wait, no? Maybe I missed
Every
something.
time we've done something to it, it has tried to kill us.
You know what? No, she's gonna, well, she's an idiot, so she's gonna do
And
it
I don't
anyway.
think Petra would listen to Xanthion in the slightest.
Right, yeah, I don't, was she there when it tried to kill up the rest of everyone who tried to open it? Cause
Yeah, Petra was there when Titus tried to open it.
did he try to pick the lock?
Yes.
Sorry, I can't remember. Okay,
Yes, he
she's
did.
still gonna try knock anyway. And she's gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, she's gonna
show
do that.
you.
You don't define, no. She's gonna be like, you know what? You can define your own future. It doesn't matter who you came from. It doesn't matter your past. She's gonna get real fucking sentimental and motivational, and she's
And I
gonna
want to say,
knock.
as this, but before she casts the spell, as she is like doing on this whole speech, Emma is walking backwards
She's
away from the chest.
but she's genuine as fuck. She's like,
Yeah.
she's not even like, I can open this. She's like, we don't define you. Your past doesn't define you. You can break that cycle, and we're on a different path. And then she's gonna like pa.
It's all
And-
falling on deaf ears because he's looking at her and all he sees is her entire race gone. And it's because of his race. And that's just, he just starts bawling. I mean,
if you want to
Okay.
think of it that way, but she's the last of her race, and she's telling you that it's okay and we can make a different future for ourselves. So knock, motherfucker.
Okay, so was I still next to the chest when she did that?
Well, I mean, she's got a big wind up to this. So what is Exegora doing?
He would have backed away. Well, I'd actually been walking toward her and being like, wait, no.
No one stops her. They all just back away. and she's
Xanthion
giving
just
I
them
would have
stands
been
within
going
30
toward
feet.
her, being like,
You
don't,
know-
Xanthion's
no,
like
don't.
30 feet away.
You know, what would be even funnier if Exegora sets down the health potions next to the chest.
Just in case.
No,
in
I've
the
got him.
split moment that I realize she's about to do that, and I know what it did to me, I'm in mid cast of life transference.
All right.
Emma's ready to cast Healing Word.
I'm gonna.
I just have a question about the chest. Whatever's about to happen to Petra, is it technically an attack?
No,
Oh,
Can I
Okay.
use persuasion?
Never
on
mind.
a-
Xanthion
on a
doesn't
fellow
stand within
party
30
member?
feet. He's
no, you cannot.
away.
Okay.
All right. Hold on here.
my
I was
will
gonna
is
try to take-
ironclad, baby.
I was
When
gonna
she
try to
does
take
that,
hit.
he's X
She's
is going to like
sincere as
literally.
fuck, though.
like,
She's
jump and
like,
roll
I
as
believe
far
in
away."
all of us. And I believe that we can break these cycles because our ancestors may have been shitty, but we're a little less shitty. Knock, knock.
Bear, bear, stare.
Nice.
I love this.
This is amazing.
Petra, make a death
We're
saving
only
throw.
slightly less shitty, but that's still an improvement, baby.
Slight improvements are still improvements.
Hmm.
True.
We're all just sitting there, just kind of hyping up Petra, just knowing
Everyone-
she's about to die.
Silently wide-eyed.
Hyping up Petra and also ready to save her ass.
All right.
all I
my
ask.
gosh!
Oh wait,
Petra,
I must
Petra
have
takes-
missed something. Sorry.
Pe- Petra takes 65 points of necrotic damage.
Aw.
How
Oh,
many hit
no.
points do you have total?
I have 51 out of 53.
Okay, so you drop.
I die.
And
I'm
then
not.
everyone
No,
floods to
you're
Petra.
at 0. You're at 0.
Everyone floods to Petra and starts healing.
I try to
What?
catch her.
Okay.
I was in mid cast of life
The-
transfer.
The The chest is unlocked.
Goal
wa-
achieved.
The ward is still on it.
Oh my god.
So no. So what happened? Let me get this straight. So what happens is Petra goes on this huge rant and everybody's like hyping her up, but at the same time backing away. And
I
then
would say motivational speech, not rant, but okay.
and,
It was
and
kind of a
Petra
rant.
knocks on the top of the chest twice. And then all of a sudden, at the same time, and there's just, I feel like there's just a pause of silence. And then we hear a click. And then at the same time, Petra just falls to the floor.
Click. Right to the
And
ground.
then just healing magic floods her body.
Mhm. So you basically feel like this necrotic force try to snuff out your life essence. Essentially succeed
Hell
until
yeah.
like hit points start flooding back into you almost immediately. Felix. Sorry, no, Titus. I don't know why I got that mixed up. So yeah,
He was about to narrate what happens to Felix.
you're on the ground. Petra is on the ground. Titus, you begin to cast life transference. You hear a woman's voice from behind you. Oh, my beautiful child. What have they done to you?
We really should have just cast a bubble and gone to sleep.
Titus, you there, buddy?
I just turn and look.
Anybody else hear anything?
You guys at this moment are 100% focused on
Petra.
resurrecting Petra.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hold on just 1 second. Sorry, guys.
Good thing the chest didn't do double your HP bonus because we don't have Revivify anymore.
I do.
Oh, you do? Nice.
In a couple levels though, I might drop it and
Please don't.
take no, I might drop it and keep reincarnation because that's an interesting spell.
Doesn't that like bring you back in a whole different body?
Yeah, it can change your race.
Oh wow.
You just come back in your levels with different classes.
You keep your levels and class and everything, but you just it can change your race.
Someone comes back as a hippo person.
Sorry. So, Titus, you hear a woman's voice behind you say, "Oh, my beautiful child, what have they done to you?"
Is it like surreal or
Nope, it is definitely a person's voice coming from behind you.
I turn and look like more scared than anything with what just happened?
Standing about 5 to 10 feet behind you is Felix. His eyes flickering blue, not the blue that they shine when he's casting a spell, but more like the reflection of firelight. And he opens his mouth and he speaks, but his voice is not his own. But this time, a man's voice. Ugh. They really did you dirty, kid. You didn't deserve that.
Felix, you okay?
The woman's voice comes from his mouth. No one should have to endure this. You beautiful child. It shouldn't have to be this hard.
Oh, no. Turn around and look at everybody.
Everybody
No.
at this point is just kind of like lunging toward Petra to start healing her.
So they're like paused.
No, that is what is happening. Taking their attention.
Oh, okay.
Well, if Titus like starts addressing us,
Yeah, you do hear Titus say no.
I'm gonna look over.
You see this, Felix talking to Titus with this, his eyes like flickering blue. Felix's eyes flickering blue.
Yeah, I'll turn around as well.
What's going on?
They've done everybody wrong. And you all just let it go? I don't understand that.
Why does Felix sound like a chick all of a sudden?
The male voice.
Congratulations on your transition, Felix.
And then he switches back.
Look, kid, we had business elsewhere. We can't hold your hand forever. Eventually, you got to start taking responsibility for your own actions.
I'm trying. And everything's falling apart.
I'll put my hand on Titus's shoulder.
The female voice, the woman's voice from Felix's mouth again. Your entire life has been a lie. We could help you. We could give you the strength to make it right.
Can everyone
Yes.
hears the voice, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Except for Petra, she's dead.
No, you become conscious as soon as the hit points.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you're
we all
conscious.
flood your body and then turn
She's
around.
dead.
We bring you back to life just enough and then immediately lose our attention.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's fine. Let
At
her
this-
walk it off.
Yeah, basically at this point, Petra is just kind of sitting up, like having no idea what the hell's going on, but all of the attention seems to be focused on Titus and on
Glowing eyed
Felix.
Felix.
Yeah.
So
Um,
in that case, Petra's turning her attention since she's so disoriented back to the chest while everyone else is distracted by the boy.
Okay, so
Petra dies again.
so another round of damage.
Well, she
Uh,
just turned her attention to it. She hasn't touched it yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Her priorities are in
That's
place.
that's true, Petra.
Your world, this world, our world is in such turmoil. You're in
Yeah.
turmoil. Felix takes a step closer to you.
Xanton will pull him back with his shoulder.
Oh, wait, whose hand is your shoulder on?
Titus's.
Yeah,
I was
no,
gonna walk up.
Yeah, your hand. Oh, so you're pulling Titus away?
As Felix steps closer to Titus, I pull Titus back.
Titus is on the ground in the lotus position.
I thought he was
Yes.
moving towards Petra.
No.
No,
Okay.
he started casting, but that's a ranged spell.
Okay. I wanna, if it's possible, I wanna flip flop the person then,
Not possible.
cuz I don't think I
You
would have been
can't
able
do
to
anything.
get to Titus in that time.
Essentially, Xanthion is trying to insert himself between you and Felix. Ben,
Uh. I don't try to stop either one of them, you know, I mean, I don't think he means any ill will. I'm just gonna stand up and go towards Felix.
I don't know if this is a good idea, feel it, Titus.
You stuck your head in a tentacle thing. You be quiet.
I became wiser afterwards.
Did you
Did you?
though?
No.
the male voice from that is not Felix's once again from his mouth. You ready to make a difference? Take the fight to them. Strike from the shadows. Make them pay.
Yes.
The shadows aren't really our thing.
Always.
Speak for yourself.
The female voice. Will you become the savior you seek?
Who wouldn't at this point? What kind of life is this gonna be for anyone? If something doesn't change?
You ready to
Yes,
you ready to put the past behind you?
yes.
Felix draws his sword,
I,
and you see as the sword is removed from the scabbard, it burns a flickering blue.
Can Petra like sit up in a daze and be like, I'm ready to put my behind in the past and then like fall back over?
Titus, I don't know about this.
What's going on?
Felix puts his hand on your shoulder, and you can see now the flickering blue in his eyes is a reflection of the blue flame that encompasses the blade of his sword, reflected in his eyes before his sword was even pulled from its sheath.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's not-
I know.
Petra looks over at Xanthion and goes, we're talking about butts, man. And then she like collapses on the
Puts his
ground
hand on your shoulder
again.
Perfect.
and puts the blade, the tip of the burning blade against your chest.
Titus. Titus.
I take a deep breath.
And it plunges through out the back of your breastplate. You take 14 points of piercing damage.
And 3,000 points of radiant damage.
And 27 points of radiant damage. And you guys watch as Titus's form becomes completely engulfed in blue flame.
That doesn't look comfortable.
You take an additional 23 points of radiant damage as you feel your skin burning off of your form.
Can Petra can Petra help?
What would Petra like to do?
Cast mass healing word one more time.
Okay. So
You don't have a normal healing word or something?
No. Is there a normal healing word in the spell book?
Well, it's just called healing word, but I
Oh,
love
okay.
the idea of normal healing word.
Regular and math.
I'm dead
healing
unless
word.
somebody heals me.
You
Yeah.
gain 12 hit points.
Okay, I'm not dead.
You take an
Yeah.
additional 26 points of damage.
And
this
one more
was a
at
bad
4th
idea.
level. She's got one at 4th level. She's got one more at 4th level. She can keep going. She'll just keep bopping you on the head with mass healing word. She's gotta. But she's just got the one left. So if someone has a healing potion or something,
Is the person, is Felix still holding the sword stuck in him?
Yes.
I'm yelling at this point
can we yank him out? Can we yank him away?
and
Somebody?
falling limp. I'm dead.
No.
No,
I'm
there's
gonna reach over and grab Felix's hand and try to pull it back.
all right. Go ahead and roll an athletics. Eight.
Nope.
Doesn't budge.
Okay. At this point,
Out of Felix's mouth, both voices simultaneously. Are you ready?
I'm screaming yes as loud as I can.
Xanthion wants to get big and tackle Felix.
yeah, screaming at
Petra's
Felix.
gonna
you're
yell,
killing
he's
it.
not gonna be ready if he's dead, motherfucker. As she casts her final mass healing word.
At this point, X is gonna like.
Everyone
you
keep
can't bear hug him from
everyone
behind 'cause
keep
the sword's
Titus
sticking out.
alive. I'm gonna try to get Felix off of him.
But like grab
And then I'll get
Felix
big.
or grab. He's
Am
gonna
I
grab.
rolling death saves?
No, you're still at positive hit points right now.
Okay.
He's gonna
Because
grab.
on top of the damage that you've taken, you got 9, 8, and you got 10, 9, and 8 hit points restored.
Okay.
And
He's
I
gonna
want
try
to
to-
say, I want to say that when Emma hit him with that healing word, Emma's like grabbing him by the shoulder and trying
Yeah.
to pull him back off the sword.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
X is
care
gonna
if
just
it
grab
burns
him,
me.
bear hug from the side, and yank him off the sword. He's burning, but I'm flame, resistant. So
Right.
why not?
And I'm tackling Felix as a giant.
All right.
We're doing like a whole Guardians of the Galaxy end of the first movie thing.
Or we're all just holding the
Yeah.
power stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless I'm
Except we're
doing
way
like a
cooler
whole
than them.
Iron Man Endgame scene here. I hope not. We'll see.
No one's turning to dust tonight.
But
Maybe
no,
next
that's what I'm
week.
doing.
If this is how we get TPK'd, honestly, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. This is
Power
the
of
way-
I am
friendship.
okay if this is
yeah,
how we
straight
get
up just grabbing
TPK'd.
him full on
We
bear hug and trying to yank him off
Died
the
by the
sword.
power of friendship in anime.
Nice.
Really is a
Let's go.
fucking Care Bear stare.
Okay, sorry.
He's
Hold on
giving the
just 1 second.
penance stare from Ghost Rider.
All right.
So who rolls what for this mess?
And basically everybody is swarming at once. Felix with 2 voices from his mouth at the same time says, "Are you ready?" You hear Titus scream at the top of his lungs, "Yes." Xanthion grows to large size. What did you say, Ed? What did you say X is doing?
Well, from the side, because he can't go behind him. He's just gonna literally run up and grab him like that and try to yank him off the sword. Like,
So he's helping
jumping
Emma.
back. If we both fall, whatever. But he's going full bear hug. He didn't care.
All right. Everybody starts rushing as right as Xanthion becomes large and gets to Felix, just as X is trying to pull Titus off of the sword. Titus, you hear from Felix's mouth, "We love you."
Aw, that's so cute.
That's gross.
You
I
take
love that.
119 points of radiant damage.
Mother-
Holy fuck.
Mother
Emma,
of
please tell
woe.
me you have a 3rd level spell slot.
We got,
Yeah, I do.
we got potions,
In just
right?
a column
That's more than double. He's dead.
of roaring blue flame in the space that Titus was in, just erupting in flame, just a jet, like out of a jet engine, just a column of flame.
Are you really gonna kill
he
his character
dust?
twice?
And you see the flame as he slumps off of Felix's sword. The flame dies down, including off of the blade, and the blue flicker in Felix's eyes clears, and he just kind of, "What in the God's name?" And he reaches
Is-
in and he grabs a diamond. And he drops to his knees and he shoves the diamond into Titus's chest and he casts Revivify.
That's exactly what Emma was about to do.
Petric's gonna be like, you just
After the
killed a
spell.
guy.
After I see life return to Titus, as Large Nathan, I rip Felix off.
Oh.
And we'll just like hold him in the air.
Ben, I need you to please go to the link that was just listed in the chat.
Can we go look at it too?
Sure. It's just a link to the campaign. You're muted.
I don't have it.
Oh, okay. It's literally just it just takes us to the characters.
Yep.
Yeah, I see it.
Down at the bottom, underneath Xantheon, the unassigned character,
Oh my god.
Titus Presidium. I need you to claim that character, please.
Oh my gosh, wait, hold, okay, I gotta
Wait,
mute.
what does that mean? Is that a D&D thing that I
Look
don't
at the-
understand, or is this a weird thing that isn't
Okay,
a D&D
This is
thing that I
totally an
don't
awesome and
understand?
cool moment and I want Ben to have it, so I'm going to like, look at the classes, just the classes alone. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Cleric Paladin.
That's fucking dope, Ben.
Holy shit.
Oh, we can like click
He's
on the-
completely lost his first like basically character. I also love the deactivated Natari right below it.
Aw, get out of here. I don't.
And we will pick up there next session.
Holy shit, Ben. in canon.
Out of game. I don't know what just happened. Can you kind of give me a little like what the fuck
Yeah,
just
I
happened?
never
thing
saw
out of
that.
Titus
game?
is a cleric
Sorry,
now.
I don't understand.
Titus was originally a wizard and a rogue. After that interaction, he's now a cleric paladin. He completely like switched character roles.
Oh,
Holy shit.
okay. Okay.
I don't understand. I'm so confused and amazed at the same point because Ben
What
is
is
surprised.
mastermind? What is mastermind?
That's a rogue subclass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you just like
Surprise
Phoenix
on Ben's
rising from
face
the ashes
is amazing.
level up?
Did he turn into a Power Ranger?
Ooh.
I never
Oh,
got the
his
link.
character
Somebody, can you
sheet.
send me the link again, Shannon?
The
It's in the,
character sheets all
It's
like
in the chat
glowy and
It's in
on,
the
shit.
Roll
Three
20.
Kingdoms. Yeah, it's roll 20.
He turned from like a wizard and something to a cleric
Oh,
and
there it is.
paladin. He died.
his character got hit with a reset button.
This is fucking awesome, Shannon.
Twice.
Okay, I have to ask, Ben, did you know this was gonna happen?
Wait, did Shannon? know
Not
this was
all
gonna
of
happen? Of
this,
course he did.
just
What?
enough to tinker with it. I didn't know how this was gonna happen, but just.
Okay,
I will say,
okay.
okay, I will say this, I would never change somebody's character without their permission.
Yeah, I expected that much, but like, I like just like this scene as a whole.
This kind of fit with what I wanted to do with Titus's arc, where he actually finds who he is. So this is just part of really his arc that I'm working with.
I thought
Okay.
you were just gonna kill him
That's a,
twice.
hey, I've seen enough anime and this is still some of the dopest shit I've ever seen as a
Yeah.
power up.
Make
Power
a
of
new-
friendship and anime, baby.
Dude, you just basically had a time skip training montage.
Yeah.
montage.
experience.
Yes, everybody take.
Love it.
There wasn't really much, and I already gave out XP for the Wellsgrove arc, so I'm gonna say everybody take 1,500.
Okay, and I don't remember, what experience, did we get experience last time?
Oh, yeah.
We
Did
got a
you not-
shit ton.
Yeah, I
Uh,
didn't, I don't think I did
You
that.
did not add your experience from last time?
No, I don't even remember like getting experience.
Yeah, everybody got 10,000 experience points for the end of the Wellsgrove arc.
And
Oh,
did
okay.
you
Ev-
do the
everybody
multiply it by
ex-
1.1?
I did that, so I should be, I was like, I'm not level 10 yet and everyone else is, and I know we're all at the same experience now.
So, yeah, so everybody except Logan, please add 1,500 experience points. Logan add 11,500 experience points.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're all about 3/4 up to 11 now, something
so
like that.
everyone's at like 70,000. now.
I'm like 3,500 away from a